Hey, hey, hey. Another beautiful day. Morning, everybody. Siege here. We'll do some quick adjustments on the microphone. Morning, everybody. How are you all doing today? We're going to talk and play some lore. Prologue was weird. That's been sitting on my mind now. I actually had a different video plan for this week. Through it, like I literally got to the point where I had to put that video out because it was just. Why am I doing this? Well, for real, I have played Monster Hunter World. I purchased it yesterday. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't what I just haven't played enough of it up to this point, which is, absolutely possible. But what? No. What? Tortoise dies? No. Do I like turtles? No, you know what? Actually, I think I may have seen it now that I think about it. Is that what Grenier? Turtles are great. I really like them. Okay, so Tono Boy, why I'm doing this right when I started out. After playing, it got me thinking. To be able to figure out what's coming is to go back and revisit what we've already actually has some type of relevance for that particular story, right? So I figured, because considering it's been so long since I've been in the quest, basic gist of the quest, but I don't remember all the dialogue. I don't remember all the little things that I want to kind of see if we can pick up some more clues in kind of prep for this. Should I leave? Okay, you haven't finished the... done this. Somebody else said that I had streamed the second... I've never... How are you, Faith? Streamed the War Within Dream Quest? I don't ever remember doing the second dream. Stream's a little laggy. It's getting low bandwidth. It's getting low bandwidth for some reason. I just checked my internet speed and it was through the roof. Keep me posted on the lagginess. Right now I'm showing that it's supposed to be okay, according to the... Are we seeing any improvements? Because if we're not, what I'll do is change the span... Oh, you know what? White, I never thought about this. Maybe the Stalker has something to do with it. First of all, guys, check out... Did I? No, I didn't. I just streamed, Did I? Why don't I remember? We streamed the second Dream Quest the whole way through, did we? I don't remember ever doing the second Dream Quest. Tara, I was really, really into that. Like I said, it's been on my mind basically since it happened. So at the end of the day, like, I streamed both quests. When? Are you... Or maybe I have me mixed up with somebody else? Dude, this is creepy. Like, I can't remember doing it, but... No, I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've personally never streamed on Twitch Warframe, at least. Now I have... Hey, Mr. Zelda Meister. I do have a Twitch account. I'm just really streaming over there mainly because of the fact that I know a lot of you guys like me streaming on YouTube, and I'm like kind of okay as far as being able to kind of track the chat and both things. So it still should be good. Man, I don't know why. Like I said, I'm not even showing anything on my board. Normally when it's laggy, like... Well, maybe... That is the Targus armor. Okay. No, I've actually, to be honest with you, like the first time I actually did the second dream quest, I wasn't even streaming. I wasn't even on YouTube at the moment. I wasn't even doing YouTube. So like, I think this will be my first time. I'm just about to start it. I'm just about to start it, Dragon. So I may have lost my memories. It's very odd. Maybe the Stalker is here on the ship right now. But at any rate, we're going to do the quest. I'm going to do it right now. We're going to replay it from the very beginning. So, guys, if you have not played the second dream, obviously there's going to be huge spoilers. Now, if you haven't played War Within, I think some of the things that we talk about are going to essentially have some implications past the War Within, because we're going to be kind of talking about it in relation to the Apostasy prologue. It's one of those streams you're going to probably have to come in at your own risk. Okay. Xbox? Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. How can you get the Silver Grove quest? The Silver Grove quest, let me just see here, which is one of the biggest pains in the ass in the entire thing. I don't really know how it actually pops up. I thought it was one of those ones that just came once you... Essentially, here's what I'm going to tell you. If you want to get any of the quests, you have to go through the nodes of the planets. That's how most of them pop up to you. So, again, when you get to a point where you're ever wondering about what to do next to get a quest or something like that, keep going. New Loka does the quest, but how do you actually get the quest to proc? Like, how do you get it to pop up? Because I've never been a part of New Loka's syndicate. So, okay, guys. Now that we've been in stream for 10 minutes, and I've done essentially nothing, I apologize for that. But I hope the stream's at least to the point where it's viewable. Does the stream laggy still? That's the most important thing, because I'd rather it not be laggy before we start this up. Oh, I like Titania. I think she's awesome. She's like, for me, she's like the best Plains of Eidolon frame out there, personally. Like, I really like her. I think she's very fun. So without further ado, I'm taking my Stalker Hunter Rhino in. He looks awesome. I don't care what anybody says. Got the little Stalker sigil on. And here we go.
The sentient Hunhow has grown strong again, and his thoughts have blended my own. Worse still, he has enlisted the Stalker to find the reservoir, a weak point for Tenno, a place I hid long ago. I fear the Stalker is on the cusp of finding this place. Do not let this happen.
It's just it's really odd seeing her all cephaloned out, you know. So let's go to solo right now, guys, because I don't want to have all, or at least invites. So I don't have all that text and everything that's going on there. And let's do it. Let's do it. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have to try that again. I am excited. Let's see. I just want to see how it actually plays out, because there's a lot of different things that have changed now. Hey subs, how are you? So I'm curious to know how they're going to actually do the quest.
Excavations have disturbed Hunhow's tomb.
Oh yeah, look, you can't. I can't get out of my. I can't get out of my frame.
It may lead us to the Stalker.
Oh, that sucks. Interesting. Okay. Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good tigress. No, no, no. Don't touch that alarm. So it's just weird to kind of go back and, like, you literally have to do... I mean, they're putting you through all the same stuff. Like, you can't use any of your Tenno abilities or anything else. Nah. So, guys, in stream, one thing I was doing in prep for this particular stream today that I wanted to run by you all, and I want you to think about really hard while we're doing the quest, because this is a very important piece of information. During DevStream 104, Steve's... Oh, look at this. Hey. Grab that.
They spotted you.
Oh, Hunhow. Nice. Steve mentioned whenever they were talking about the quest that what it all had to do with was how a shadow falls over an object. Essentially, that's what the newest quest is going to be. So what does he mean by that in the context of what we've already seen? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly is he saying when he says that? Oh, not this one. God. A spy mission? Weak. If I'd only brought, what's his nuts? Oh, God, I can't remember how to do this one. Is it on the other side? And then it's... Oh, yeah. Is it here? Did we get it? Oh, maybe. I don't know, because he was specifically talking about in the quest about, like, they were talking about the implications of that. And what he said was, he was talking about, like, how... Ooh. I never noticed that before. How a shadow... Whoa, shit. Look at that. How a shadow falls over a... You know I'm going to hit that stupid thing. God, Lord, I hate this one. This is probably my least favorite. Where is the thing at? Oh, I can't remember how to do this one. It's just one of those ones you don't see all the time, you know? I can't believe I haven't been caught yet. Where is that hole? No, no, no. Don't look over here. Excuse me. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Shoot the glass. Oh, shit.
Alarms. Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry.
I suck. I can't remember. I never remember how to do this one. Isn't there, like, usually a hole there that you jump up? Oh, God. Great way to start off the quest. Oh, I guess I'll just have to go up the old-fashioned way, huh? I literally can't remember how to do this. I think we're going to lose one, guys. I think we're going to lose one. How do you do this one again?
The Grenier expedition has uncovered...
Find that pipe and just walk. That's what I'm saying, but there's no... Oh, it's on this side. That's the fucking one. God, Lord. Oh, well. Apparently you don't need all those anyhow, so what's it matter? God, that sucks. Hate spy missions. Get out of my face. That's okay. That's the only one I can legitimately say that I can't remember ever how to do it whenever it comes. So, out of here. So there's another thing too. In that video that I did on Wednesday, guys, I have gotten more backlash in regards to a couple different points that I brought up that actually, you know, when you really think about them, like there's some questions to be asked. And the main thing is that how is that if what I said was true, that it was either like a recording or a hologram, something of like that we weren't actually physically at the same plane at the time, how did Ortis then recreate the like have to recreate the Lotus beforehand? And I made mention to a couple people that it's very possible too that Ortis might be actually in on the deal because, well, you know, after all, he was the one who sent us to the place first, as far as to see, you know, the orb in the back of the orbiter. So, with that in mind, the question that you have to ask is there's a piece here that just doesn't fit. If we were there physically with everything happening... Oh, God, this one too? God, these suck. Hate these stupid ones. Man! I wouldn't even have done this quest if I knew that these were all the ones that were in here. Shark Wing? Man... Not Shark Wing. Where's the thing? Where's the kill? Whoa! I should have used Eat Cell. Should have been a lot easier to get around with this stupid crap. Little tip for anybody that hasn't done this quest has issues with this. You don't know. I learned online. Just follow this little tube, and it'll get you right there. Oh, you son of a bitch. Why didn't I just go up? There we go. Whew. Jeez. Well, it's just going to be the same stupid one. Nice. Exactly what I was hoping for. No one here. I'm okay with the sentient. What I don't really care for these specific, like, I do not care for the higher level Grineer spy missions at all.
The Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them, Hunhow.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
Rollers. Okay. So, oh my God, what was that?
We've been locked out. Let's override the security.
Rhino's a little slow. Okay. Ah, fair enough. Is there one up here? No, where's it at? Where's the little thing at? Alrighty. Get the hell out of here with the stupid roller balls. Where's the thing? Oh, here we go.
Override successful.
Doo-doo-doo. Okay, thank you. No, pardon. Excuse me. Nope. Alrighty. For those of you wondering, I think I've mentioned this a couple times too, but I mean, does anybody disagree that Hunhow is the best villain in Warframe? I mean, as far as just like coolness factor, kind of a neat voice, ominous, actually like you feel like this dude could wield some serious power. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Vahek and all them other guys, but like sometimes like it's it's almost hard to take Vahek seriously from time to time. You know?
If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start
Is this
descending
better
again.
than D2 never played? Oh my god. I mean, I can think of a lot of games that are better than D2, to be quite honest with you. Like, you know, the problem, D2 just has a lot of goofy issues with it, like stupid issues. I feel like, I don't know. You can tell that it was rebooted, obviously. I mean, it was absolutely rebooted because of the fact that it's just the story's crap. They dumbed down everything for some strange reason. Not really sure why they did that. I don't know. Nah. No. Nope. And I will say this too. So far, we were talking about it just a little bit earlier, but like Monster Hunter World has like not really like excited me either up to this point. There's a lot of stuff that you have to kind of get through in the beginning before you can even like start to play, and I don't know. Like, I don't know. Let's put it this way: I don't see me. I don't see me playing a game with any type of regularity like I play this. What are you guys doing? All right, we're done.
That's what I was
I know, yeah, I did see that webcomic. Like, I know that, like
This is bizarre.
the
It's
queens
for me.
pretty much like
I need a moment
they
to contact this person.
humiliated him. They destroyed him. You know, it's a sad thing with Vahek. Don't get me wrong, but I still, the point stands that like when Vahek shows up, like half the time I'm not feeling like an intense battle is coming. More so, I feel like I'm gonna do some laughing because his voice it just cracks me up. It really does. Ballas might be more terrifying soon. You know, Ty Regor's amazing. Everybody, please, just for a second here, Mintical, he's been moderating my the chat here. Guys, you were here last week. You saw that. We do have a Discord now. It just kind of got started. He has been doing some just incredible work on that. I really, if you're interested in joining the Discord, now would be a great time. Like I said, he's doing some really wonderful things, so just keep that in mind.
Hunhow is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered
How is
was
Hunhow
offered
listening?
to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
Oh my god. I mean, I gotta just say it again. Look, he just looks like the Stalker hunter. You know, like he's ready to go. He's ready to go. Okay, sorry. All right. So, whew. Find the sentient fragments. Here we go. Yeah, that's how you do it, Mythical. Just spam that shit. Philippe, I like when he's like, Talregor says two things that like just make me laugh every time. He's like, "Would you look at you?" Like that one, and then I'm starting to get excited now. Like those ones there. Like every time I hear him say that, it makes me laugh. Sorry, I'm getting away from the quest here. All right, let's head to Uranus. Yeah, by the way, you can let one of your subscribers to help you. Dragon what do you mean, Dragon Friday? Yeah. Minty, can you throw that up just maybe like 5 or 10 more times? 15? Hey, we're back in Uranus.
Hello, Tenno.
Hey, Alan V.
Why? You know I've always had my ear to the kennel. Those dogs don't have a clue what kind of bone they've dug up. But I do. Shall I show you?
Oh, God, just get
Don't
destroyed.
worry. You can
Tigers is just so
trust
strong.
me this time.
Down we go. Nice, Stoner. Cool, man. And I'm going to get back to you. I know you texted me. I've just been busy the past couple days, or you messaged me in regards to the clan thing, and I have an idea for us. I'm going to kind of put by. I want to see for a future stream if you're interested, but I'll let you know as soon as I get a chance. All right, Alad, I don't trust you. Okay, I've never trusted you. Oh God, look at the skin is just so awesome.
Boogeyman to the corpus. That thing must have your Lotus in quite a panic for her to be working with the likes of me.
I agree, Alad. I don't like this union either, my friend. Like, I think it's a terrible idea. Especially when most of us know in the very future of this particular quest,
So this Stalker
we're going to be killing you in multiple forms.
friend, hasn't he? I wonder what's under that scary, smoky exterior. A heart of gold, perhaps.
I've done the second dream quest, everybody. I've done every quest in the game. The reason why I wanted to replay the second dream quest this time was because of the information that we've now gathered from the Apostasy quest. I think at the end of the day, like, the best way for us to try to figure out where we're headed is by retracing our steps and figuring out where we've been again. It's been a long time since I've played this quest, and considering how relevant it is to the story, I feel like just going through the dialogue alone, myself, some of you guys in chat, whatever, might see something that might trip something in your head that you might bring up, that then in turn other people in chat or myself might compound upon, and we might be able to come up with a theory on what's about to happen next, because I really do feel like this quest has a lot to do with this, you know? I mean, we're basically seeing how, like, what happened to Nata in this quest, you know? So that's the thing that we've kind of talked about. I talked about a little bit in the video there that, oh God, shark wing, that nobody really knows what happened to get Nata and Margulis to become the Lotus in whatever way, shape, or form we can think of. We don't know what it is, like what the connection is. All we do know is essentially that Nata went in at some point. I guess she either saw some type of information in regards to what Margulis was, or how she, you know, acted with the Tenno, or maybe she spoke with Margulis straight up. But in some way, shape, or form, information was passed to Nata that she'd have absolutely no way of figuring out. Okay? Oh, where did my cool skin go? And oh, wait. There we go. And so what I'm trying to do is just basically find some type of maybe little clue that would not only do as far as letting us figure that aspect of the thing out, but also, like, I'm not even going to lie to you, like, I was trying to sleep last night, and I kept hearing over and over in my head, which is really going to sound messed up, but like Steve, D.E. Steve, saying it deals with how a shadow falls over an object. I don't understand, like, how, like, what that means. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think I have any mods on this weapon. Oh, I do like it, though. It's like a minigun. Wait, what's this rumor? You guys leave me alone? I'm trying to play a quest over here with everybody, and you're just making it worse. Fighting me. Whoa! Hey! Oh, I remember this part. We have to sit there and, like, he's like, closer, closer, not close enough, closer. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Am I getting warmer or colder? Closer?
You were warm, but now you won't.
I hate you, Alan. I really do. Just tell me what the fucking war is!
That's it. You must smell the prize, because I know you can't see it.
Oh, wait. There's something you gotta trigger down here, huh? And then it opens a stupid door. Uh-huh. Oh my god, this thing is amazing! Dude, it's a minigun! I can't hit anything with it because it's hard to see. I mean, we gotta get in there, right? And we gotta open one of these doors here, right? You guys mind? You mind? You mind? Where is the little hatch thing? What's this? Is this where I came from? Oh, what? Follow the map or press N for a bigger map. Why, how was I warmer at the door and then colder when I got out?
Getting warmer.
Okay.
Getting colder.
What do you mean? I just moved 2 inches.
Warmer.
Keep going.
Colder.
I hate you.
That's it. You must smell the prize.
I don't know what that means.
See it. Getting colder.
I know. It's like I can't remember exactly where the hell that stupid thing is. What's that? What's that? Oh, is that the same place I came from? Yeah, that's where I came from.
You must smell the prize, because I know you can't.
That's where I came from, isn't it? That's where I came from. Tunnel on the right. The tunnel on the right.
Colder.
Who said that?
Warmer.
Okay. Don't you say it. Don't say colder. Okay. Alid. 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 Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay, buddy.
Yes, this is the spot.
All right. Whew. Whew. I like he even calls him claptrap. That's the best. Okay, what did I screw up? Oh, you got to go up. You've got. Oh, this is Hunhow. Let's look at this a little bit, shall we?
Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him.
I mean, it's always little pieces, you know? But they're just not, like, moved around. So the question, like, again, that's what you have to ask. Okay, so what is this? Is this Hunhow's actual physical body?
I see the Stalker stronger. Hunhow's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no.
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
What have I done? Get out of there, Tenno.
Yes, hurry, Tenno, but be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you?
Last time you got close to the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. I didn't know that the sentients were involved when the Tenno... Like, I never really put two and two together because I wasn't really looking into it that deep at that point. I was just trying to get through the game and, like, learn the game. But that right there... I don't... So, I mean... Are we saying that essentially Nata came in... Because I guess that's the sentience he's referring to? Because the other sentients we'd have been fighting for the Orokin. So if Nata was the sentient that we came into contact with, that made us somehow destroy the Orokin, because that's the whole thing with the Tenno, right? Yeah, that's right. Nata took over the Warframe. Essentially, she did. Orchestrated this conspiracy to murder the Orokin leadership. What's the one? Yeah. Do you see where we're all kind of like in different ways right here? Because there's a lot of information that's vague at best. Exactly, yeah. The game, the sentients are, we do fight our drones in the game. Did I miss it? Oh, okay. Is it up? Let me out, man. Just let me out. Why, why did it flip around? The real question to ask, guys, is exactly what are the Orokin? Are the Orokin human beings or like whatever, you know, like typical people that since finding the continuity in the Kuva became more? And in that regard, wouldn't the Tenno technically be of the same lineage, just not necessarily have gone through the same process as the Orokin?
Tell me, Lotus, what is this reservoir? Some hidden Tenno weakness?
Goodbye, Alid. You've earned my favor. We'll take it from here.
Don't think so. I'm here to protect my investment. If that thing manages to destroy the...
Exactly. So the Orokin being a caste class would basically have them being, you know, human. They've just... The Kuva. Exactly. The Kuva was the thing that changed their bodies to be able to exist forever. And I still feel like this is... see, this is where we get into it. Could the man in the wall be upset that, because obviously this entity is godlike in nature, that another being like the Orokin have, kind of like the aliens, you know, Prometheus type deal, where the creators or like the greater beings like became unhappy with the idea that the Orokin, like that humankind had been able to rise above, if you will. And now that's why he's attacking on so many... the Void Demon, exactly. Attacking on so many different levels. And like the crazy part about it is if you think about it, we really have not been negatively impacted by the man in the wall, the Void Demon. All he does is show up and just sit there and look at us. And he just basically says, hey there. You know, he's not hostile. So it asks you, like, or it starts to beg the question, like, so what is the purpose? Why does he keep a tab? And as I've mentioned a couple times in streams and comments and whatnot, like at the end of that quest, you know, depending on the things that you say, he definitely says to all the light selections that essentially, you know, you still mad at me, kiddo? Don't forget you owe me. It's like, what is that thing that we owe him? Well, subs, I think the reason, me personally, why the adults were the only ones that lost it in the Void was because they weren't as much like clay or as innocent as the children were. So the Void Demon could essentially come in, potentially offer power, and because of their innocence and lack of experience, he probably could, like, allow, they would be able to appreciate or accept him, if nothing else, as what he was. What the fudge? What? Okay. You know, with your being an adult, your mind is already shaped in a bunch of different ways, and you already have a number of fears. What do you want me to do? Why are you doing this?
You must be asking, Alid, what's in this for you? It's simple, really. I scratch your metal back, and you scratch mine.
I forgot that these Orokin ones are in here for this mission. Yeah, that's true. The Orokin did. You know, and I think that's what happens. You know, it kind of goes into line with if you guys have followed it, and maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but like the whole Marvel Comics, the MCU, and the idea that without power, there's nothing to... What the hell? What just happened there? All right. Without any power on a particular area, there's no reason for other power to challenge it. But once, like in the MCU, once superheroes became apparent and around, there's always going to have to be a countermeasure for them. So in that regard, oh god, there's a lot of stuff in here. In that regard, what you have is a situation that you know, great power usually has something that challenges against it. So the Orokin, in that regard, like, they made all their enemies essentially from their desire to become greater than themselves. Right? Okay, I can do that, dragon. Oscar, okay, so Oscar, the void could be raw energy and the man on the wall the only way the children in particular understood their situation. That's true. But the one thing that I would have to say, oh, look at that, is in regards to that is
Void gate.
it has a personality though. So, and it seems to have a personality. Oh Christ.
No smart, Tenno. You'll figure out it again.
The personality seems to be what I would call
This needle pierces the sky.
consistent
Not will we find the Tenno heart.
across all the Tenno.
These puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
Impressive. These sentient fighters appear to adapt to damage.
Dude, what?
Love to grab one.
What's going on here?
See what makes it
It's like screwing up my movement too. God, not having your energy ability sucks. It's a good way to get out of trouble.
The sentient has adapted to your damage. Surprise them with something new.
Yeah, give me that shit.
Incredible. The Stalker has built void keys. Use this one to reopen.
Oh, it's the Janus key.
Fighters come. The void is.
Sorry to take a break there. Okay, I have replayed the War Within, but I have not seen. Oh, sorry. Ted, have you replayed the War Within and seen all the endings? No, I have not seen all the endings actually played because I fear what it's going to do to my decision making thing in the game, and I'm trying to keep. I don't know if if by going through again you change your how you your current decisions in the game already essentially did, so I've kind of stayed away from it. But the answer to the question is I've seen all of the dialogue. I went online and I've checked out all the dialogue, and to me, the man on the wall basically says the same thing all the time, essentially the entity that speaks through you, which I strongly believe to be the man on the wall. Okay, guys, so real quick, before I go any further with this, if you have not completed this quest and you do not want to be spoiled and you've just been hanging in for the chat and everything, I strongly suggest to consider maybe backing out for a little bit because there's a huge spoiler that's about to occur. So just want to let you know. Our dad does call us kiddo in our memories. This is true. But the reason why I don't think it's a father, and maybe the only reason why that the Void Demon decided to use that is just to make us a little bit more what I would call compliant to what it wanted, maybe have you ever seen the movie Contact? Where essentially at the end of the game or at the end of the movie it's kind of like a way that we could just understand them.
She erased history.
Look at that.
We thought it was destroyed all this time. Huh. My, Lotus. You make a fine villain.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nanta. Shadow, your path is clear.
Well, my personal opinion on the matter in regards to, and this is actually in regards to a couple different posts that are on the chat right now, in regards to the Tenno powers and where they came from, I believe that they were a gift from the Void Demon. The reason why I believe that so strongly is because of the fact that he says, you owe me. So there's two things that could have happened. Either he protected them from the adults, and we owe him for that, or he gave them, which way am I going? He gave them the powers, right? Okay. Why do I gotta go back in? Oh, do I have to do something up here?
Hunhow's found it. The reservoir, hidden in the void. A place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Yes, the overall tones of this settings, if you really think about it, resembles Lovecraftian horror. Yes, it does. And the fact that there's really a no-win situation going on, and we're dealing with an entity that is indifferent to our existence.
Conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was
Do you know what I'm saying?
protect them. The void,
So yes, that's a really good. That's a
It's
good
only
observation. I
protection
like that
against them
too. I
destroying
like the fact that
Tenno.
he's incorporating
Do
those
not
type
let
of
Olive distract you
significant
from your mission.
concepts into the storytelling as well.
They don't
Just makes it more engaging, don't you know?
do that.
Hey, Gav, how are you?
The betrayers get what
I was hanging
they
out with your dad
deserve.
last night.
Lies from their omnipotent mother.
We will have a sentient
ship
arm.
leaving the tower.
We will have a
It's the
sentient arm
Stalker.
attachment weapon
He's
in the
on his way
future.
to-
Yeah, I saw that too.
You
I
need to
saw that
find
too.
a
I
way to
think
get
it's kind of
off this
interesting.
tower and onto the moon.
Oh, that thing's beefy. How beefy is it now?
It seems to me that this tower is dedicated to masking the moon's location in the void, yes. Why not disable the mask so that claptrap orders can pick them up? Or is that too complicated
I love you, Rhino. Did anybody ever see the Rell mini comic? Oh god, I'm gonna die from that. It may have actually come up over chat here, and I didn't get a chance to look at it. But if you've gotten a chance to see the Rell mini comic, it is very, very interesting. I will tell you that. There's some very, very crazy concepts that go on in that, and like I don't know, strange stuff. I was just about to mark that, if you can believe it.
That's it, Tenno. Shut down this power grid so that your mouthpiece orders cannot...
Okay, so that's a good... Okay, so the man in the wall didn't protect for our parents. The kids created a team of warriors. Okay, so that rules that out completely. So what I'm saying is then... Oh, come on. God, I hate getting up this stupid thing. Oh, my God. I can't do it.
Come now, Tenno.
Oh, my God. Come on, just go through the hole, dude. Just go through it. Why is he doing this? Come on, bro. There we go. God, I hate those holes sometimes, especially with a controller. Like, that's one thing I got to started to play a little bit of PC Warframe here recently, and I will tell you that at least moving around like straight up, like up and down and stuff like that is so much easier compared to console in this regard. Oh my God, it's just like it's just weird. All right, which one do I got to do first? Is it this one? Not that one. This is why I brought Rhino. So if I suck, get out of here. There's one. Nope. We gotta do like catty corner or something like that on each side. Doo-doo. Yep, that'll work. Nope. Oh, goody gumdrops. Come on, man. Just let me do what I got to do here. There you are. Not really sure why I didn't jump. Out of my face. There we go.
You did it. The void mask is crumbling.
Operator, how did you get through to me?
Ortis, I got some amazing powers, buddy.
Preparing for extraction.
The sky will be as it was meant. The shadow returns the moon.
Anybody notice too? Hunhow is a.
With Tenno blood.
It's like an image of the Lotus. In this beginning part. You can't stop me. I'm Rhino. No, this is I've actually completed this before. Somebody asked in the chat if I'd completed this, or this is my first playthrough, and this is actually a replay. Essentially what we're trying to do is I want to pick up some clues. This is all lore related. A lot of the people in our chat here specifically really enjoy the lore, and after this apostasy thing, like, I'm just inclined to, like I said, I'd go back. I want to go back and see if there's any bits of information that we can pull from these specific quests that might give us a clue.
Last time I was here. Concern for the operator is at critical levels.
The suspense is killing me. Lotus, you have to tell us your secret. Hey, don't cut me off.
Within the moon lies the reservoir, the secret to your Tenno power. But the secret is dangerous. It drove the Stalker to madness. Forgive my deception. I was only trying to protect you from the same fate. Now, it is time to protect yourselves by ensuring the moon remains within the safety of the void.
There's just so many things that, like, just aren't really matching up right now. Okay, so what I just can't understand is that, and it just goes back to it again with the apostasy thing. So much effort over so many years was put into hiding and protecting the Tenno. Like, and not to mention the fact that, like, Margulis, and she even says it in the apostasy thing, literally comes out and specifically says that she literally is willing to give her life. She says, my sons and daughters know that my last thoughts are of you. So somebody that feels that strongly about a particular group of people, be it a blood relative or just, you know, like an adopted child or anything else like that. Like, what happened? I've been going over this in my mind so often, in the fact that, like, I don't know, like, I just there's a lot of pieces that just don't make sense with this whole scenario. That's why I made the video that I did.
The void control room. Track the
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack.
See the Lotus?
Tenno hearts will beat their last.
Do they all look like that in their regular form?
If the void is collapsed, the reservoir will be destroyed, and you and the rest of the team will be lost. Get to the void control room and stop the Stalker.
What I wouldn't give for some energy. Sucks that they take that from you. I mean, I know a lot of the Lotus lore. There's stuff in the and basically there's a question here that said if for Lotus lore I should watch the Nata quest. And as far as what we know, I've read most everything that there's available on her. It's all the stuff that just doesn't link up, that, like, kind of has you questioning all kinds of different things. Like, okay, so perfect example. I was thinking to myself last night that it's entirely possible that when Ballas, like, took away her bindings to that machine, that like he broke the hold that Nata had over Margulis, and essentially like brought her back to like being Margulis. But that still doesn't answer why somebody who was willing to give her life before for the Tenno is now so willing to just let them completely, like, you know, go on their own without anything, you know. And furthermore, not only that, but she's willing to add insult to injury in the fact that she forces us to watch it. Like, what the hell does that mean? Oh, God, you guys. Squishy. Squishy. I bet I know somebody who's not going to be so squishy, though, huh? Oh, God. That was a beefy hit. I don't know. Therein lies the real question. What is the thing between the Lotus and Nata? Like, did they come together willingly? Is Margulis dead, or was she just kind of like in some kind of stasis, potentially done there against her will, but potentially not too. These are the parts of the lore, as far as I can tell, and some of you veterans, man, hey, if you have information you can use to illuminate the situation better, please tell me. But it seems like this is one of the biggest, what I would call, mysteries in the game, is the fact that there's a thing that happens between Nata and Margulis in some form, living, undead, digital memory, something. But not only was she able to bring forth like these memories so that Nata understood. Oh, I've seen this enough fucking time.
There are 3 void compasses that steer the moon within. I will disconnect them from the central system to gain control.
The last time we fought, I ran from him. Not this time.
Trust this Orokin blood who would chisel weapons from our bones.
Where'd he go?
Cannot stop the inevitable.
Is he dead?
Get close to the void compass.
Did we kill Stalker?
Keep moving. Another
I didn't even know you could do that.
Power.
Yeah, give me all that. Give me all that.
The void compasses are all disrupted, but there is one more step. Get to the pendula. Hurry.
Yeah, so there's a question that says, yes, but Margulis memories are within the Lotus. They are. So the question is how the hell did they get there?
And forever.
You know, I saw there's a comment in here about DK lore versus like Stallard. I would say is much more formal. Okay, like if you want pure story based upon facts, that's who you're going to. But I like DK's just because his is kind of like more speculative and, you know, fun. You can tell the guy knows a good bit about the lore, but at the same time, like, he likes to have fun with it. He's not like, you know, too serious about it. What am I doing here? Can you get off me, please? Destroy the pendula. Okay, you left. Oh, this thing. That's right. No. Get off me.
Security eye. Watch out.
Security eye. Security. Whoa.
Wait. The security eye just destroyed a pendulum.
It's crazy.
Trick it into taking out the rest.
It's crazy, Lotus. How did we do that? Whee! I want that power, the little radiation ball thing. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Ooh. Did we get it? We hit it? We're close enough? Here we go.
That's it. The eye is taking out the pendulum. Keep it up.
Nope. 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 Get out of there. Nope. I forgot about that. Nope. There's that one. Gonna do it? Now you're gonna do the balls? Balls? No. 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 And there we go.
It's done.
Might as well
The
get...
moon is
Oh, you
falling
can't get
out
your
of the
prize?
void. Hold on. This will not be a smooth ride.
Let's get our prize.
Destruction as quickly as possible.
Oh, calm down. We'll be fine. Yeah, these always work in trade, right? Get cunning drift. Nice. Get out of here real quick.
What they need, Margulis, is to be destroyed.
Okay, here we go.
From that hell. Not human anymore.
Okay,
No,
so...
Ballas, no more destruction. We could heal them. Maybe they're meant to save us.
How can you defend these devils, Margulis, after what they've done to you?
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. They won't hurt anyone. I just need more time.
I have watched DevStream 105.
My wilted love. I cannot protect you.
Wasn't nearly as fun as 104. Although there was some interesting stuff in there. I can't remember what we're doing here. Is this an elevator? Okay. I love the moon tile set. Oh my god. So cool. Oh, what the... I'm not sure I'm supposed to be here. And I hear sentient. Guys. Guys. All right, okay. Yeah. Is there sentient behind me? There is. I thought so. Okay, bastard. No. Stop. No need to chase me. I didn't do anything wrong. Did nothing to you. Looking pretty good. Whew. Okay. What's type unstuck? Really, that works? That was an interesting little glitchy. Little glitchy. I don't believe that Ballas is part of the 7. I think that Ballas answered to the 7, but that's just my interpretation of it.
The moon is back in
Again, that's
space,
another
but the
another
reservoir is
really vague part.
Hunhow will send his fighters. Stalker.
Ballas is part of the 7.
Move now.
See what I'm saying? Like, so many people, this is one of those situations in the lore that is just not explained. Like, if you go through and look, there's incidents, there's discussions of this hierarchy above the Orokin, but then, like, when you try to, like, lock down the actual emperors, like, I couldn't... what's that? Oh. I couldn't really find They're 2-7. Yeah, there's like the high, the top ones, and then the bottom ones, the lords and executors. Exactly. It's weird though. Like if you actually go through like the wikis and stuff, finding any data on them is like, wow, it's really, really difficult. So everybody, I'm glad that you've stuck with me so long. I guess at this point, if you haven't been spoiled, or if you've if you have been spoiled, you don't care anymore, because I mean, we're here now. we're getting the good stuff. But I will tell you, that's this newest Apostasy quest has so many questions. Like it took a lot of things that I believed prior to and just kind of stuck them on their head. Yeah, I know. Subs, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the Orokin reactor alert. I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't get it this morning. I've just been so busy recently doing stuff.
Reach the sacred place.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry.
Oh God! See, like this is the reason why I do the chat, like right here, because honestly, guys, I just haven't been in the game long enough to understand it. But just look, if you guys are checking the chat out right now, the differences in opinion between like Ballas's intentions, his alignments, like just really kind of shows that like there's a lot to interpret on your own in this game, like based upon just little things that happen. I don't know. I can't tell you what Ballas's intentions are all, and I think that is a lot of the reason why I don't understand where he fits in the story completely. I don't get what he's after. Like I don't understand if he's trying to
stop the voices from taking hold.
Hold on.
You will have to dream, my angel.
This will have stop the voices from taking hold. See, it goes back to it again to another thing with the whole Rell situation. I don't understand why Margulis, in my opinion, could not have known about Rell, because I don't understand why she wouldn't have offered the transference to him, especially after what we just saw right there. Like the whole idea of the transference was to calm the voices, and yet for some reason, because he was cast out, like I don't know. My personal opinion is I don't think Margulis.
So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through.
Remember, she's saying this to Ballas too.
7 hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why?
Yeah. Again, to me, like the idea of Margulis just walking away with Ballas just doesn't make any logical sense whatsoever, based upon what we know, not just from this particular quest, but even from the dialogue that goes on during Apostasy. There is a specific reason why they decided to show that to us.
We consigned to Lua a few years ago. They're calling it transference. I know we are desperate, Executor, but these aren't Dark soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
Wait, who's speaking right now? Was that Ballas speaking? Because if it was Ballas speaking, then why was he acknowledging someone else's executor? Like, if that's the level that Ballas holds. Right? Am I right on that? Well, Ballas made the prime warframes, right? He didn't make the original warframes. That's how I understand it. Am I wrong on that? Ballas just spoke. Okay, so then... Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, he's acknowledging somebody else as an executor. Whenever someone acknowledges somebody like that, it's usually in the idea of that person being, like, ranked higher. Kind of like a soldier would call somebody else that was higher than them general, or sergeant or something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So either he's part of the emperors and he's speaking to an executor, or he's not one of the executors. And he, like, or I guess he could be one of the executors, but just is acknowledging another one by that title. It doesn't make sense. Well, the regular frames were basically ones that were made using the Technus site. And they were just super soldiers that essentially were supposed to fight for the Orokin, but they couldn't figure out a way to control them. They were just like blind, raging golems, as they called them. It wasn't until the Tenno were able to kind of mingle with them and get them to do what they wanted them to do that they actually became something that was viable for the war. Okay. Back in the day, normal frames were in a squad with one prime frame to lead them. Huh, I didn't know that. But Prime, there's nowhere, where in the lore does it say that Margulis cast him out because of that? Like, as I understand it, the Orokin cast him out. Love the music. It's just one of the prettiest quests. So cool.
Dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
I love that part.
Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
I'll have to go back and watch that quest again, or do the, maybe next week we do the Chains of Harrow, because yeah, there's probably some good pieces in that too that we can dig out. We'll see how long this quest takes today, because what would be really fun would be to be able to do a quest and maybe a survival.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end.
What's that sigil?
Your hatred is
Anybody understand the significance of this part?
Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Tenno. Operator. You're awake now.
By
But
transference
you're more
pod.
vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship now.
I'm working on it. Oh, I forget how to use this.
Your mind to unleash your true power.
Since having an amp, it's like, it's really weird to do it this way now. Used to having my Schwach prism. Oh my god, you just melt them now. I'll take that. And, oh crap, wanted that. I don't know. Can we all agree that Stalker is a Tenno? I don't know that we can say that. In fact, I think there's a large percentage of people out there that believe that Stalker killed his Tenno. You know, exactly if, you know, what's true and what isn't is one of those situations, but at the end of the day, you're still down to it that, like, there's a thing. Why does he do that? Why do they both look at their hands in the exact same way? There's got to be a reason. Like, that's one of the things about these quests that I always look at is that, you know, they give you this information because they want to push the story along using that particular data. So finding the relevance of it, you know, seems to be the most important thing. Right? Get wrecked. I don't know. And furthermore, if the Stalker is a Warframe, Oscar put out, Stalker might be a Warframe without an operator. If the Stalker is a yeah, again, that's another one, Subs. That's a good idea, a good point. He says you still hate them, you still hate yourself. But again, why does he hate himself?
Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There
But
we will find the somatic
the fact that
link.
Stalker could be a Warframe without an operator is an interesting concept to think about, because it's also something that could say that maybe that's where the sacrifice quest could be headed, in the fact that they may give each of us a choice to kill our own Tenno. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that could be the thing.
How? Get past him. Get to the link. Focus, Tenno. Use your energy to breathe.
Oh, this is so much easier when you know what you're doing. Sort of know what you're doing.
Again. Needs more power.
I know, Lotus. I've done this quite a few times now. Well, one other time. But, like, what is it, like 3 or 4 strikes each time? You suck.
One more time.
Boom! Everybody, I won't be able to look at chat for a second. This is my single most favorite, greatest, awesomest part in Warframe right here.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair.
Bastard.
All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was
Rusty,
I
it
one
took
of
me
these
forever
wretched
too the
things?
first time to get through this.
You know the answer. You still...
There it is.
You still hate yourself.
And here's the golem coming back to life.
What is this? Shadow.
This is just the best. Music is perfect. Cinematics are perfect. It's one of those moments in video games that makes you appreciate the fact that you ever took up the hobby in the first place.
Now we fight on 2 fronts, my child.
The war without, and the
War within.
My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
I'm confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
Oh, that's right. I don't remember my first things. Let's see if it can be close to what I said before. I'd say I'm more of an intellectual
Jumble of words,
lover, not a fighter.
numbers. I must have known everything about Tao. Our teacher loved when I corrected her.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zeramin 10-0, before the void jump accident.
I wonder how long they were on.
Before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
I didn't want to live anymore. I felt guilty that I was alive, but we could do things. Extraordinary things. Maybe there was a reason we survived.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could.
I'd like
They
to
were
see
about
Tal
to
too. That
destroy
would be
the orphans
awesome.
of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
In dreams, we could control it, focus it. So she made the pods, her favorite flower. She said sometimes something beautiful can grow out of something ugly.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference.
Her favorite flower is a lotus.
You a surrogate, strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid, second dream.
It was a shadow underneath what we did. That sensation of being a victim, of being helpless. I took up the sword to protect those in need.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor.
Exactly.
As the
Did
Tenno
anybody else pick
they
up on
founded
that?
great
I feel
schools,
like that's a
the
big
Tenno
deal.
ways. Do you see yours?
I see a cresting wave. Wide in the ocean, the Vazarin way. We were trained to counter the enemy and move with an opponent's attacks in order to nullify them.
I don't know, but seriously, that is huge.
But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole the shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
I'm telling you guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, that right there is significant. The fact that the lotus was her favorite flower. Why would she become the lotus if Margulis' favorite flower was that? I'm telling you, there is something, but it could have been in there totally. But that's what I'm saying. There is no way that is a coincidence. I'm telling you, I feel like Margulis walked away with Ballas, and Nata is another entity, and I think the two of them have been playing together this whole time. I could be totally wrong. But this was the reason why I wanted to play this quest over so badly, was because I wanted to see if there were things in here that we could look at together as a group and maybe come together and look. I can't wait till I'm going to probably grab everything that I've seen in chat today. I'm going to grab it all. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to put it into a Word file, and I'm just going to be going over for the next couple of days because I want to see what you guys had to say. But like I said, I'm telling you, that was huge. That was big. That was big. That was bigger than I thought it would be. Ah, holy shit. I mean, again, it could be nothing. I guess it could be nothing. It could be nothing. But it feels like, wow, that was a piece of data that I did not have the first time around. I mean, again, I guess my and I said it in my video this past week. There's something to the idea that, first of all, Nataf figuring out what happened to the kids, basically in like a document, if you will, say like in a formal document that someone would read over, say in like their computer systems or something like that. The one thing that document probably wouldn't be able to convey is emotional context, which is the thing that I feel like that would push a sentient who has no reason to love these children to the point where she would love the children and forego her entire idea unless, again, the entire idea was at that point when she met Margulis, she thought to herself, there's a better way to destroy the Orokin. There's a better way than how I was going to do it. I can merge with this woman. We can take these Tenno and we can protect them and we can nurture them and we can use them as the weapon that we need. Right? I think when they say she faced the Jade Light, doesn't that mean that, like, basically, like, that she was on trial? What's this say here? Yeah, Ken, that's what I believe too. Natah and Margulis are not the same person. They joined, I think that the two of them joined together to become something new. Let's go look at the... Someone said, I'm sure the Lotus helmet is actually Natah. In front of it looks like the sentient if you look closely. I'm sure the Jade Light was punishing Margulis by merging her with Natah. So let's look at that. Let's have a looky. See, now my personal opinion was I think that Natah was actually the pod that Margulis was in. And this was their connection. This was the feed between the two of them that allowed them to kind of like exist as a single entity. Right? No? You like all those statues, don't you? Yeah. There's quite a few of them around. I got some... I got a couple comments on my last video about the fact that somebody wanted me to take all my sculptures and sell them to them. I know that Natah is a sentient, not the pod. But what I'm saying is that thing that we saw in the Apostasy trailer where Margulis was being held inside. I feel like that's Natah. Doesn't the pod doesn't that thing sort of look like a little bit like how a sentient is? It really, just because of the way that it's shaped too, it almost has a shape of a lotus, if you will. Like it's like kind of like shaped like that almost, you know, like but in pieces. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on it. Maybe I'm off on it. Good. That's a good point. I might be mispronouncing your name, Rivire, but Hunhow could be a sword. It could be a sword. So if Hunhow can reside in a sword, why can't Natah reside in a helmet or a chair? The whole name of the Orokin is to do with them putting their soul. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oro. Yeah. Basically, the Oro allowed them to become what most people would call a higher form, if you will. So who did walk away? Can we? I don't know. Can we? Let's see. Can we rewatch the Apostasy thing? No, we cannot. We can look at that. That's it. See, and another thing to consider, too, is one of the things... Did anybody have a good look behind this area that we're looking at right here? Because normally the sentients show up as these, like, enormous figures in the background of an area. Like, think about, like, let's see here. So, see how, like... Hunhow is in the back as a, like, kind of a figure in the way back, almost to the point where, like, you can't
Your way of life.
You can't even see what he truly is.
I'm Shadow to cleanse your despair in their blood.
Oh, you can do it on PC?
Sever their heads, yet they rise again. Someone has hidden the Tenno essence, their truth from you.
It's loud. I have that sword.
I know where she hides the Tenno heart. A womb in the sky, forbidden to my kind, but where you will take...
So, okay, getting back to what we're talking about here. Okay. So Hunhow is this huge being, right? This huge being in the back that can take his intelligence, his mind, and he can insert it into the sword at any point. If, and again, I'll have to go back and look at my recording of it again. But what I'm saying is it possible that there was a being in the back there, in the back, and this is the thing, kind of like the sword. That's what, Ted, looking from my screenshots, the background of the Lotus Chamber has a bunch of wires, but it does vaguely... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is there's something behind there. I don't really know. I don't understand. Hunhow's another character that we've seen a bunch of times, but they don't really talk about exactly, like, how he keeps coming back, you know, what he is. I mean, he's obviously a sentient, but what are the sentients? Like, what are they? Exactly. They're these machines that were, as far as I understand, before they got sent into the Tau system, they were just like worker machines, and they came back with sentience and with an idea of self-awareness and also revenge. They had vengeance. They wanted vengeance because they couldn't replicate any longer. I'm going to have to rewatch my video again. So I guess what I'm saying, Dragon, is if the sentients can split their consciousness into fragments and reclaim them later, they go through the void, they lose the ability to recollect those fragments if they get destroyed. Well, then I would assume that Nata has all those same capabilities, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Storm Rage. Let's just go to Canada and ask DE right now. Let's all get like a big... We'll just meet somewhere, and we'll get in a big bus, and we'll have a drive. Yes, we do know Orokin can put minds into things like Ordis. That is an absolute certainty. Yes, it is. Do I have the crewman entry from Simaris? It's very possible. Maybe I don't. Shit. I'm so close to getting them all. I need like a little bit of the Sedna fragment, I think. Is that something I'm going to need to... Oh, is this Corpus Crew? Is that what you're talking about? Yes, she does. Nata also went through the void. Yeah, she had to have. Ken, I honestly, so basically Hunhow is the brain, the big thing is the body. I don't know. It would appear to me that Hunhow is that huge thing, and he can take his consciousness and he can transfer it into certain things, certain, the sentience or whatever. And again, that begs to ask the question, does Hunhow control all the sentience then? Because he calls them his fragments. Right? Oh, on Simaris. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I do or not. Probably not. That's one of the areas I haven't been keeping up with. I apologize. There's a lot of stuff in this game, guys. For being played only for like 6 months now. Oh my God, there's so much stuff to do in this game. It's one of the reasons too, everybody, that like you might see a situation where, I was going to do a Bro-Vid video yesterday, and I got 95% of the way through it, and I was proofreading the whole thing. Or I was like watching it over just to make sure that it was solid, like it didn't have a lot of mistakes in it, and the jump cuts were right and stuff like that. And I was watching the video, and I'm like, this video sucks. Like, and the reason why is because I haven't been playing the game enough to really be able to recommend any items or talk about any items with any type of passion, because most of the time, when it comes to the stuff from Bro-Vid, I've never experienced it. I haven't. It might be the first time I've seen it. So what I've been trying to do, and you guys can pretty much see, like my videos are more like I just try to take a thing that I feel is interesting in the world of Warframe and speak about it on a weekly basis. And I hope you enjoy that. But it's just, there's so much in this game to try to understand that it's really hard to put out content in a confident manner, because like when I put stuff out, half the time, dude, for the first 2-3 days, I'm wondering if people are going to be like, oh dude, you're completely wrong, look at this thing that like I didn't know about, and then they hit me with it, and I'm like, oh God, how did I not read that? Let's see, wait, oh my God, this is actually Margulis. Go back.
A new alert has begun. It will be marked on navigation.
Hunhow said, me and the others will reawaken. Ken, I'm going through some of the things here. Ken, if he transfers his conscious, what happens to his body? I don't know. Maybe he's a hive mind. If those are his fragments, maybe like he literally is a one huge hive mind that like he can control the fragments. He can control the sword. He can chill with his body back in the water over here, wherever, That's why Hunhow looked like a Dark Lotus. There you go, Ken. Good call. Good call. I'm trying to read the above comments here. Let's see. Hunhow is just another fragment of a fragment. Oh God! Wow. We are opening up. Was Hunhow talking to the helmet the entire time? Oh God. Woo! Guys, we're opening up some shit right now. We are opening many cans of many worms, which is exactly what this stream was meant to do today. So I'm actually, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to just talk about it. And I want, give me everything you got. Tell me why this is a stupid thought that Nata and Margulis are potentially joined together, potentially even willfully joined together, or tell me, hey, that's a great comment, because I'm going to take everything you guys say and I'm going to review all of it, because I feel like we're getting there. Subs, okay, I think the Jade Light is similar to like what happened to Ortis, but they don't, in the Ortis story, they don't make any type of mention to the Jade Light, And again, and I will say this, guys, and somebody please tell me, because you probably know more than I do on this, but where at in the lore, what piece tells us that Margulis was actually put to death? And the only reason why I ask is because it says you face the Jade Light. The Jade Light, as I understood it, was more like a council of like peers, and the reason, like basically, and they had decided that she was to be put to death, because they say you face the Jade Light, and then right after that she says, what I do now, I do for my kids, or whatever, like I do with you in mind. So do you know what I'm saying? Subs, you're saying I'm calling it right now. Lotus is Margulis and Nata is the helmet. I mean, hey, you have my vote. I did a whole video about it because that's what I thought. That was the first thing that I thought. Again, it's like when you haven't put years into a game that has this much lore, it's really hard to sit back and say confidently anything. But when you start taking little pieces that you have actually, been able to have a little piece of whatnot, Whew. Yeah, there's FT Man has a good point. If Margulis is dead, then what is that body? I've never seen a sentient take on a human form. Has anybody seen or heard of anything in the lore where the Lotus, or the sentients can literally take on the form of a human being? Because as we saw, other than maybe her face being all messed up, she had flesh. She had flesh fingers. She had dreadlocks, but she had hair. Looked like hair. What if Nata is the one that saved Margulis from disintegration by fusing with her? Maybe the codex entries from Simaris will give you some. Yeah, Storm Rage. I'm gonna have to. Guess it's just one more thing. We're gonna have to grind in Warframe. Can somebody? All right. Well, everybody's saying it, so let's just see. Maybe I do have the crewman entry. I don't know. I'm going to be the first person to say probably not, because, well, not really good at that. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so Nash brought up a good thing, too. What does that line mean? When Ballas says to what I would consider the Lotus, at least at that point, I think a lot of people, we can probably agree on that, right? You are imprisoned just as she was. So he's making a distinction between two people. He's not saying, no, you're just imprisoned. He's saying, you're imprisoned just as she was. So is he saying that being that actually walked away isn't Margulis? But then why right after that did he say that, you know, I'll never leave you, or I'll never do this again to you, Margulis, or whatever? Like there's I've been playing Warframe about 6 months. Gav. Lotus took the memories of Margulis to help the Tenno. Lotus is not Margulis. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to have to dig deeper in. But please, guys, put all your information here, because all the stuff that you're putting right now is all the stuff that I'm going to be doing my research on. And hopefully I can, you know, take what everybody said, run through a little bit of it, do my own kind of checking back and forth.
I can see you are hungry for the knowledge of the sanctuary.
Oh, see, like now I'm looking at every symbol here and like wondering. No, I don't have it. I suck. All right, well, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to get. Let's. Will you get out of my face? God, you're so annoying.
Path to the singularity. Knowledge must be earned, Tenno. I will share what I know, but you must prove yourself deserving.
Great. So,
Hunt this creature for
Mars, that's great, buddy. It's really great.
And you will be enlightened.
All right, get away from me. Oh God. Okay, unfortunately, we don't have that that thing. Let's see if I can do a quick Google search here. What's up here? Oh, why can't we go over there? Ballas had a hand in making the sentience. Eldrad, Ballas has godlike powers. Yeah, I know that he does, and Ken, you're saying that there's lore that got retconned in the past? Can you elaborate on that? Mirage, Limbo, I have no idea what... I don't know what...
My latest safari in the Void has yielded spectacular finds.
Hey,
Unique
bro.
items for the Tenno of distinction.
I'm out of money. Yeah, and furthermore, if Ballas can manipulate sentience, then why was there a war in the first place? I mean, the war is between the Orokin and the sentience. If he could just manipulate them, is he trying to openly war, or maybe not openly, but like secretly war against the Orokin? That's an interesting thing. I don't know about the Great Cephalon Samdius. Is that real? Is that real? Limbo had the lore that Tenno used several warframes, which also got thrown out the windows. Now only the protagonist uses multiple warframes. I didn't know that. But isn't that... okay, so kind of like what I just elaborated on, like, if Ballas has any
Tenno,
any
the balance of power
type of
continues to shift. Navigation is marked with new invasions.
sway over the sentience, why would there be a war for the Orokin against the sentience in the first place? Okay. That's kind of where I thought that might be going, Eldrad. I think Ballas wanted to destroy the Orokin and take what was left for himself. He knew the Orokin were stagnating. He hated the idea that they were like that. That's definitely possible. Is it possible to find the story of Simaris still on like the wiki and stuff? Well, yeah, I know that. I definitely. Okay, so Oscar brought up Orokin made the original sentience, but they changed. Absolutely. The Orokin made the self-replicating machines so that they had the ability to terraform the next system that they were going to go into. It was whenever they came back through after being exposed to the void that they actually became the sentience. And in that, they lost their replicating abilities, which is why they wanted vengeance against the Orokin in the first place. Oh, he created this. Simaris created the Riven mods. Ah, cool. I didn't know about that. I'm going to actually have to look that up now. That is cool. So they actually give an in-game explanation for how the mods and the Riven mods came into existence. Super cool. DE, that, you know, that right there, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. I always love when they actually give in-game reasons to explain how like progression systems work. It's just a good idea. I don't think the mods are explained in universe at all. Guys, we're about 2 hours into the thing. We can keep talking, but is anybody up for survival? Anybody want to join in? Something to have some fun at the end of the stream? I think I'm going to save any more quests that we're going to do for maybe either next week's stream or the stream after that. There's always John Prodman. I have this rhino sitting right here. Just saying. Okay, so what's the story, though, Prime, of this Simaris? What makes him the most... You did miss the quest. I apologize. Prime, what makes Simaris the most powerful Cephalon? And furthermore, if you can answer this for me, who made him? Is he of Orokin creation as well? Or is there something else? I feel like we're on a breakthrough too. You want? Oh, that's something else we could do right now, huh? Anybody want to go fishing?
Covered in blood.
Let's go fishing. Fishing in lore with Siege. Ha. All right, so let's just get prepped and ready for the planes, as I like to do it. My Dirga, not you. There you are. There's my baby. Oh, I know. I don't want that. I want that. Might seem weird, but be surprised how effective the Dirga and the Sweeper Prime are together. Do a double, please. War Within. Well, I can tell you this much. I can talk a lot more if I fish versus doing another quest. Because I do feel like we are on to something here. And another quest might actually kind of get away from... No, let's just do a little... Let's do a little... Let's just see what our... let's see what Cetus has to offer today. Fishing and lore. Yeah, fishing in L-U-R-E. Right? Ken? And it just L-O-R-E. Yeah, that's great. That's a good idea. Fishing and lore. Damn. I might have to adopt that. That's what this video is going to be called. Yeah, I remember that, calling her Riven. You've went Riven. Yep. All right, at least it's not nighttime out, so that's good. And I don't have to deal with all kinds of bullshit. All right, I'm going to go to my favorite little spot for standing. You know what's going to be nice? Oh, yeah, give me the Tenno back. Whew, feels good. Mm-hmm. Fishing the lore. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. This is some solid gold ideas you guys are pulling out here. I like it. You know? So this is where I fish, everybody. My favorite little fishing area. Mainly because... put some of that in the water. Throw that in there. Hey. Oh, hey, no. Is he doubled? Oh, that's... Oh, they move differently now. That was, like, really creepy. Oh, they changed the animation and everything. I mean, I'm trying to play the game. Oh, that was weird, too. It, like, didn't allow me to... Did they change some of, like, the controls on fishing? It just seems really odd now. The animations are all different. This is the first time I've went since the update hit. Can't see anything. Play Subnautica. Oh, I saw that game. It looks good. I don't fish near the entrance. I fish here, and usually the reason why is because... That didn't hit him? What, did it just graze his asshole, or what? You guys are seeing a terrible fisherman. I don't like it. Like, something feels different about the fishing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. It just feels funny. The movement's different. They swim differently. Can I catch anything? You just going to sit there for me? I don't even want a Yogwin. I want a Yogwin. Are you not supposed to have a cross hair with the sphere? The spear? Is that bad? Wait, what did I do?
Tenno, I'm detecting ghoul activity near your location.
Listen to me, Lotus, and listen real good. I am fishing, and I don't care about your missions. Small. Wait, am I doing something wrong, everybody? Like, do I look like a complete noob with the crosshair up, or is that the issue here? Okay, there's what we're looking for right there. All right, so let's get back into the lore of this thing, shall we? Ted Bundy, I gotta ask, man. Why, it seems like you're stressed a little bit, my man. We're just playing and talking. That's usually how the streams go. And I usually just will play and embarrass myself most of the time. That's how I do it, you know? Okay. Let's go fishing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you haven't fished in a while, like, the fish seem to, like, move differently. Like, a lot differently than I remember. Throw that in there. That's cool. I like that they did that. That's definitely decent. I don't want Yogwin. Give me some of them mortis, man. That's what we're looking for, even though it's not nighttime, you know. That's the problem. If it was nighttime, just like right in the middle of the day, daybreak-ish, it would be... I know, you keep talking about the gold thread. Let me tell you a thing, Lotus. I'm fishing, okay? I don't know why she has to come and just... Oh, there's an achievement for fishing now? Really? Oh! You sly little dog. Daddy had you on the line. I don't want Yogwin. I don't know. I didn't even know about Simaris, but you guys have. Oh, I hate you. You guys have got me intrigued as hell about this because one of my like favorite things when it comes to lore in a game is like when the game decides to explain a function of it through like lore. Like, you know, I know we don't have like tons of Destiny fans here, but I always thought it was interesting that in Destiny, like they tried to explain the idea of you dying over and over and over and again, and it actually being an in-game function versus it just being, you know, you died and had to start over and stuff like that. So this Simaris guy, yes. I didn't know he existed either. I'll tell you guys, the reason why I typically use Oberon for, at least for my, for my playing stuff, is whenever a lot of people come to bother me, you know, what I'll just end up doing normally is like just throwing hallowed ground down, and then I can chill, and a lot of times it'll kill them or confuse them, and it lets me do what I gotta do. So that's basically how I do it. Or theme, you probably don't know what you have now. Oh, that is cool. Okay, Prime said, the lore is you are extremely lucky or a thieving wretch. You probably don't know what you have now. My soul, my heart. You need to prove yourself within this beauty before this work. That's from Simaris. That is cool. Tara, do you have any tips for getting platinum through the game's in-game economy? No, I don't. Furthermore, like I will tell you, that's one of the areas of the game that I try to stay as far away from as I can. And it's what I would consider to be, for my play style, like actually a downside of the game, mainly because there's no regulation involved with it. Like every time I go into the trade chat, it just feels like there's a different price thing going on. Veiled Rivens are 20 platinum, then they're 40, and then they're 20, and then they're 25, and then yeah, he did grow seaweed, huh? You know, so I would say, guys, in the chat right now, if you could help Tara out, give every bit of information what the best way to get plat just outside of that is, because especially do you guys have any like legitimate ways of getting plat through solo play? Okay, because like I know we're mentioning the vault mods and everything, but most of the time you have to have a team to do those. And if people play solo like how I play a lot, like you can't really, 25% chance to get it. Like it's almost like a waste of time, a lot of times. Creation is malleable and unique. Oh my god, this is so cool. The first thing you must learn is that each piece of my grand creation is malleable and unique. Each piece is both solitary and part of my fractured self. Eldrad, are you trying to tell me that the Riven mods are actually portions of the Cephalon? Oh, no, you didn't. No. Give me that. Ken, I actually brought this up earlier in the stream, and I will explain it again because I think it's something that's necessary to explain. You are asking, where are the Bro-Vids at? Let me explain my position on the Bro-Vids. I had a Bro-Vid about 90% of the way done yesterday. Because I haven't made it to like very far in my PC character, I had to kind of like go off of the information I could find off the web and whatnot. But at the end of the video, once I was proofreading it all and like just going through it, not proofreading it, but just watching it and making sure it was decent, I watched it and I realized that the video itself was so vanilla in the fact that like I was basically just telling people, nice move. I was basically just telling people what he had. I wasn't giving any type of recommendations or impressions or anything else like that. Mainly because in many situations, like, I've never used a lot of the stuff. Oh, what do you got? Oh, it's just yoggling. I've never used a lot of the stuff myself. So stats are one thing, but for me to tell you, hey, you should buy this, hey, don't buy this, it seemed almost ingenuine to me, and I held back from putting the video out specifically for that reason because, as I mentioned before, I've only played the game for a couple months, and I don't feel like I have the information, like the knowledge, to be able to be giving advice to somebody who's played the game for 3 years. Does that make sense? Solo relics, that's the way. Oh, dude, this Simaris lore it's got me intrigued. It really does. I mean, hey, look, getting back to what Subs is saying right here, doing a recommendation video is very hard. I think a lot of the problem with me doing a recommendation for you guys is most of the people that are watching right now, you guys in the chat, have been playing Warframe longer than me, have more stuff, and have more experience. So it feels awkward. Okay, that just went right through.
We missed our chance.
Telling you guys, hey, you need to buy this, or you should buy this, or you shouldn't buy this, or I think this is good. I don't know. It's just weird. Well, I mean, I could, like I said, it's just I'm walking a fine line with all of my Warframe people because, as I mentioned, I'm doing a lot of this for entertainment right now, guys. Not so much for information, except for in the lore. Mainly because lore is one thing you can read and you can start talking about. Actually experiencing in-game, 3 hours into a survival mission and what weapons work well and stuff like that, I can't even tell you. I've never been there yet. You know? Easy Hole, you want to play? Are you on Xbox? Get this Mortis roll here. Real quick there. Yeah, thank you. But and Prime mods come from one man and one man only, and he is here this weekend. But if you're on Xbox, he certainly doesn't have any. Actually, I don't think he brought any Prime mods this week on anything, right? I did complete the second dream. I apologize. It in retrospect, it was a lot quicker quest than I remember the first time around. You know? Okay, so Simaris was part of the Zerman to harness arcane abilities to create mods. Okay, so does that mean that Simaris may have been also influenced or tainted by the Void? Is that what that... Oh, wait, I'll take you instead. Yeah. Come here. Aldred, that's who I usually go for all my lore stuff. Yeah, Barrow on console has been garbage last two weeks. In fact, like he had like Prime Fever Strike like 2 weeks in a row, didn't he? Leading up to it. Yeah, that's why someone. So Mega Kadar, I think I'm saying your name right. I apologize. Fishing is also surprisingly lucrative, and I think a lot of it has to do with this fish right here, especially if you're looking for standing. Big old Mortis. These things give nice. These give real nice. Lots of standing. Maybe after we do a little bit of this, we'll go into Cetus and I'll show you off what I'm talking about. Yogwin. Actually, I probably put that big one in my tank back at the ship. You know? Anybody have a platinum price check for me for statues at the moment? Like, especially like in Anasa? Probably shouldn't be asking that over stream, but hey man, you guys are you're my link to the Warframe world. Why would I not ask you? Where are you going, buddy? I could. I mean, I could definitely do stuff like that. I've been kicking around a lot of different ideas as far. It's a really weird time, you know, because I don't think one of the things you guys don't get to see is some of the negative comments that I get, and some of them are quite negative. I will say that. Oh, that's right, don't you? You do double the fish with the resource booster. Look at you. Whoa. Let me give you a hint to blow your mind if you haven't done it yet. Complete the Harrow mission for the Harrow frame, then relog, go into your personal quarters, and click on the moon if you haven't done it. I did it already. What happens? I already did the moon thing. Damn! What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? They are the vocal minority, but I will tell you, some of them are pretty stinging. and some of them, let me say this too, the negative comments that I get, a lot of them hurt because they're true. You know, like when they'll say stuff to me, like a lot of times I just have to go and say, yeah, okay, you're right there. Okay, I'm sorry. What can I say? There we go. What Cetus am I in? Just the regular free roam, not in like a bounty or anything. Oh, Mortis. That just went through your head. That went through your body. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there is. I'm still not a huge fan. Ken put in the thing about the Ostron standing. And I actually think the standing in general is still a little... So. I don't like how the quills and the Ostron standing aren't connected, but yet they work together. I feel like that's really weird. Not to mention the fact that I got to kill me some Tireless at some point too, because I need some more of those whatever the thing he drops for an actual kill. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, no, subs, you know, I don't let it get to me so much. Like I said, if there's actually some negative comments that I've gotten over my videos that I have literally openly belly laughed at. And literally kept responding back to the person just to see what they would say next. Like, that's how much fun I was having with certain ones. But there were other ones that kind of put me in my place. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just something that could take into consideration. So it's a work in progress. I'm glad that you guys are here to support me. You seem to enjoy the content that I put out for the most part. You know, I mean, I'm not perfect either. But you guys stop moving? I get twofer? No. Oh, I thought I could have pulled him in on the back. Oh, you suck. But, you know. Yeah, well, I guess I don't... Eldrad, you're saying a comment can be true, but it doesn't need to be nasty. You know, I don't look at things in terms of that. Like, in my old job that I worked, like, they would tell you flat out if there was a problem, and it would be as blunt as possible. So, in my mind, like, it doesn't bother me. If you're right about something, and I get a little belittled in the process, like, it's something that I'm used to. I've seen it in the past, so... It doesn't really faze me, but that and... Hold on one second. It's whenever somebody hits you with something, like I said, that, like, you know it's true, and you're like, crap. And you can't take anything you put on the web back. Oh, no, I love... That was Ken, that was actually a great comment. Your comment about me being a schoolgirl playing ass. I think that's half the reason why people like watching me do the survivals is because I yell like a little girl the whole time. Because it's not something that I do normally, so it's still so foreign. It's still fun, really fun, but it's definitely a foreign concept whenever I do it. Let's change the dynamic around a little, shall we? Let's look around. What is my favorite Warframe? I have a lot of favorites. I don't know. I love Saren for her damage potential, but also for her good looks. Frost, I feel like I can take into pretty much any mission and succeed with. Rhino's another one. Like, if it's time to get down and dirty and I don't want to dick around and I just want to win, I'm taking Rhino in. Oh, I saw the fishing spear out. That's why I can't do anything. Wait, what killed him then? Harrow, I love because of his complexity. I think he's one of the neatest frames as far as just how you can scale his damage potential based upon your own skill with him. I feel like Nidus's kit is the most synergized and probably the most, like, the four pieces together seem to just work in such a way that it just makes the frame feel so satisfying to play with. Especially the damage scaling that you can get. You know, if you start really digging in and getting your stacks up. I think Nidus is just huge for that. That, you know, Ken, I will tell you that Saren does come with pre-installed prime thickness. And it's gorgeous. What? Oh, vey heck, buddy. It's been too long. Come on, some goals. We haven't actually played with the goals a lot. So let me see a little. Let's have a little fun, a little flavor. Oh, you went down fast. Oh, they have like a Nox type capability. They're very cool. Oh, do they steal energy too? Okay. That was fun. Sorry. See, I'm still waiting for Nyx Prime. Okay, so like that was one of the things that I've actually done with my... What is this shark, by the way? Yeah, they didn't do so hot, just so you know. Wait, so you got Xcal Prime and Xcal... Oh, so you have both. So you do have Xcal Prime. You PC players. He looks so awesome. I know that his like bonuses aren't really anything to like get like super excited about, but he does look just tight. All right, where's my mercury bait? I need one for the fish tank. Yeah, there you go. Put some dye out there and put that in there. There we go. Mercury, I need a big one for the tank, guys. Yeah. Oh, that's I think Oberon is one of the most interesting frames in the game just because of his all-around capabilities, and definitely a frame considering how easy he is to get, like in the very beginning of the game, like the regular Oberon, not the Prime version. Like, I mean, it feels like the game basically hands you Oberon forces you to have Oberon. And if you build him, he's solid. Hey, is there any fish? Fish? Oh! Wait, am I using the right spear? Nope. I can't remember what spear is necessary. Is it the Tulok? Nope. Maybe it's the other one, the Param? Nope. I can't remember which spear do you absolutely have to get Mercray. Oh, this must be the one. There we go. I might as well just grab these two. Get some Sherlock in our life. That's the way you do it. What's this? I don't know. Goopala. Ken, okay, so have you seen the new art stream for Nezha and Vauban Deluxe Skins? I did. I wasn't as excited about the Vauban one as I was for the Nezha one, and I'm actually like really interested to start playing with Nezha a little bit because I've been hearing a lot of good things. Like I kind of just threw Nezha away, like not threw away, but like kind of never used Nezha or him, I guess the guy. It's because I didn't see a lot of promise there, but I keep hearing like tons of stuff about how strong a frame Nezha is. So I'm intrigued. No. I think we got it now. I'm gonna have to long. Oh, that Dex Excalibur skin looks awesome. Looks awesome, and they finally took the penis off the top of Excalibur's. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he always has this like big old phallic symbol. Other than the Prime version, like he has it, but it's kind of like pushed backwards, so it doesn't look like a horn. But other than the Mordred helmet, how about some Mercury? Anybody? I want Cupola. I need a big old Mercury from a, you know what I'm saying? I need a big old one. Put some of this dye out there and get it going. I keep hearing that Nezha is much better than I thought. But again, you guys, you've all been with me the past couple weeks. How many times have you like said, Siege, you gotta try this frame out? And I was like, oh, that frame sucks. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of that frame. And then I tried the frame out, and then afterwards I giggled like a little schoolgirl. Ash, you know. I am going to get anniversary items for the first time, too. I am, like, so excited. So, let me ask you guys this. Like, do I get a chance to get all of the anniversary items, or do I just get the one anniversary item? I get all the decks. Oh, my God. That's going to be like Christmas. It's just going to be like Christmas. Oh, when is that? When do I get all the dexes? Oh, I'm so... My body is ready for that. My body is ready for it. You know? Mercury, where are you going, buddy? You're all... Oh, wait. Oh, man, I thought don't I have the right spear? No, don't. No. Stop it. You're going too fast. Quit. Yeah. They come like completely ranked up or like not ranked up, but you get. Is it like the login? Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be a good day. It'll be a good day in the life of Siege. I'm telling you that. It's gonna be a real good day. We have to just like live stream the whole event. So that's another thing I was thinking about doing, guys, too, is like just coming on periodically and like I noticed a lot of other Warframe streamers. They'll just like put some gameplay, and they'll talk. Which I mean, anybody that's watched my videos knows that like that's definitely not something I do, and I'm not trying to say what I do is better or anything else. But I can tell you that me editing my videos with a million jump cuts through them is definitely takes a lot longer to do than just maybe doing another video per week, just kind of talking and playing over some or just expressing a thought over gameplay, you know. I'm so excited to get all those new weapons. New weapons. I just got Prime Fury, everybody. Just so you know. So however many days that is, that's how long I've been playing. 200, so whatever that comes out to. Maybe I'm playing a little bit longer than 6 months, but roughly. What are these things, by the way? Is it like a pod that fell? Okay. Oh. Anybody else notice how far you're able to like move with this with the fishing with the poles? Like, I love that. That's even better than the just doing it normally. All right, so now we're on stream. I'm going to do one little thing because I have to, and I got all you guys with me, so I'm going to do it. I am going to do a bounty because I need Augur Secrets, and I'm going to use the collective RNG powers of stream to make sure that I get it. Because I can tell you that Siege's RNG just isn't enough, apparently. I don't care, Lotus. I'm sorry, guys. I'm working on my PC character. I'm going to be actually playing some PC later today. I'm going to try to rank up my guy, especially with the double XP weekend. So if you see me on and you want to play a little bit later in the day, send me a message. I'm just going to be, kind of rolling through. It's a process doing the PC 10.0, but it's definitely fun to be able to go through all the stuff again and just, experience a lot of that early game content that just wasn't there per se. Or I couldn't remember it, at least. Like, the game's evolved so much from that early game stuff that, like, it feels like a different game altogether. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, we got some fish. We got some fish. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's 5. I actually use Hunter Adrenaline over Rage if I can. My name is going to be the same across all platforms, everybody, too. So if you're looking for me on as a PC 10.0, it's the D-Siege. I'm the same for everything. I love this one dude's voice. It's the best. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys something real quick. Some of the people in chat that may be newer. If you are looking to rank up a little bit,
I'm so happy.
These Mortis, we're gonna put one of them in our fish tank.
Look at that.
You get 2,100 standing just from that. Good, I'm gonna need it. I will, Thomas. I will. Or you can add me either way. But yeah, my name is gonna be the same thing too. If I ever get to PS4, it'll be the same name on there too as well. But you can see here, guys. Look how much standing there is. That's a lot for just for a couple fish. You can see how often I've been doing my Swazdala. Just a big one, or just a wee one. Nothing to fear. All right, let's do this bounty here.
Right on time, Surah. I see you.
All right.
Let's get to
I need all of you to pray. I need all of you to pray to our Lord, our Jesus. Discord the link should be in the chat if you're interested in joining up. I don't know. Minty, you still in? All right. So like I said, all of you together must join in prayer to RNGesus.
All right, chop chop.
Because we need to get Augur Secrets. If I get Augur Secrets, then I will be able to update all of my builds in a legitimate way and take my embarrassing rank 9 transient fortitude and make it into something that's worthwhile. That's okay, Ken. I'll be looking for you. If I ever do get into PS4, I'm gonna need you there.
Details about this relic and its whereabouts are scarce. I need you to do some digging.
Sounds good, Thomas.
At my waypoint.
Alrighty.
Responsible for taking the relic. Eliminate him.
Like I said, guys, prayers now, because there might be travel time. You understand what I'm saying? Like between the time that your prayer goes out to RNGesus and the time that he or she actually responds to it. So if you wouldn't mind just making sure you head to your shrines now, you know, however you do it.
Is nearby, but won't engage us until you force the issue.
The battlefield is literally over the lake. I don't understand. Okay. Am I supposed to be fighting the ghouls or some other dude? It must be these guys over here. Oh, that had to have hurt. Yeah, that's right. The targets come out for a fight. Fake Lotus. Ah. Okay. First down. First down. And lo, on the 7th day did the anti-RNGesus come into the world, and you shall know him. His name shall be of the Cryptarch, and his game shall be Destiny. No! Rip Destiny 2. Oh, I wasn't expecting the Destiny reference in there. You totally blasted me on that one. Oh. I think a lot of my friends would tell you, though, that I play with Destiny. My RNG luck in that game is a little bit better. Actually, my RNG luck in this game is good, except for on the plains. I've never gotten anything to drop on the plains that I've wanted to. Like, nothing. Literally nothing.
You've reached the location. Clear out any nearby hostiles.
I guess I should probably turn that healing off, huh? Hey, hey, hey! What's up?
You've captured the location.
Yes, I have.
Do not retake it.
I'll try not to. Ah, baby. I didn't get... No, but it's only the first bounty, so we're going to have to get to probably the last bounty to actually... Oh, Nox. Hey. Come around the back side here. Let me see your face, Nox. There we go. Nice, nice. Very decent. I'd like to get that focus node. Whew. Engaging. Who wants some? Who wants some of Debo? God, this is an intense bounty.
The relic was there, and not long ago.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Whew, whew, whew. So the Corinth is good. You guys are telling me the Corinth is good.
I learned of an Ostron miner who was captured by the Grenier. Bring him home.
That's one of the subs you've actually brought up. One of the probably the issues in my theory at least is well, it's just one of the unspoken things in the game is essentially why how did Lotus not know about Rell? So there's two ways to look at this, okay? If Margulis actually knew about Rell and cast him out, like Palladino said, why would Nata only have certain elements
Take out the guards, but be warned.
of Margulis's memories?
Will start the
Like, not all of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
You've been detected.
Man, okay.
Hurry up and free the prisoner before the collar explodes. The guards are down. Defuse the collar now. You freed the prisoner. Escort them to safety.
Oh crap! I gotta escort him to safety. Where we headed? Where are we headed here, buddy? Where are we going? Tell me. Okay, I see a thing on the map, but not necessarily like in front of us. That's weird. Oh shit! Not ghouls now. No. Faye, stop. Faye, don't you make me lose this bounty. Don't you do it. Keep walking. Why are you not walking? Let's go. Come on, guy. Dude. Ah! No. Run. Please run. Don't not run. Run. Come on, buddy. Come on, man. This way. Don't act like the swordy guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be the swordy. Stop. Don't. Stop it. Don't be the swordy guy. Don't do it. Run. Where's my energy? Oh, I'm shooting a guy. Just run, bro. Come on. Come here. Come here.
To that
Come here.
have
There you
new
go.
leads on the relic's location.
Oh, good. Yeah. We may have to do the War Within quest over stream too at some point now because... Listen here, ghoul. How's that feel? Oh, you're creepy with the noises. Dang! Lotus is useless. Ballas disrupted the connection between Lotus and Margulis, as you can see in the cinematic. That's I actually kind of got that feeling too.
Find it and hack it.
Thomas, I agree with you there, right up to the point of then who walked away with Ballas. If Margulis is dead, then what walked away with Ballas? And it's this disconnect here that seems to be the major clue that we're missing in deciding where the story is going next. Oh god, he was beefy. Maybe? Mow you down. Take that. You guys kill yourselves. Yep. Nice. I don't really care about that. Capture the Grineer agent. Wait, where's the drone? Drone. Drone. Please come here. Drone. No, let's rock drill. Huh. Is this a new type of quest too? I'm not used to them not marking any of the stuff off. Maybe it's upstairs? I mean, that's a node, right? That's not a... Yeah. What? Oh, there it is!
That's it. The drone is under our control now. Escort it to the extraction point before the enemy can destroy it.
Come on, baby. Hey, oh, that's a great path. I would have totally walked through the enemy.
They're sending another wave to take out the drone.
I'm sure they're sending quite a few waves. Hunhow's your father, yeah. Oh, crap. No, keep going. Stupid rollerball out of here. Okay, so far so good.
More bound.
That's what I'm saying. Can anybody find me any actual thing in the lore that says specifically, in some way, shape, or form, definitively, that Margulis actually died, or if she was just in a situation where, oh, dude, just die, that she actually was killed. Because I just can't seem to find that. Like I said, there's a lot of allusions to the idea that she was definitely... Wow, that's really good. That she was on her way to be killed, without question. I don't deny that for 2 seconds. Oh, what's wrong, Artie? Whoa! No. Where are you going? Alright, guys, I think this is it. So please make sure your prayers are stronger than they've ever been, because there's no damn way I'm going to get this thing on my own. I can tell you that right now.
He's trying to get it off the plains on foot. Capture him and the relic.
It said Margulis is dead. It said Margulis is dead, but no.
The officer is nearby.
She did say that, didn't she? But if anybody, or if any of you, well, if any of you have seen a little movie called Star Wars, Obi-Wan said the same thing about Anakin Skywalker to Luke. Ah, I died. But I got the thing, so it's all that matters. Oh, really? They didn't give me that? Come on, baby. Okay, I did it.
You captured the relic and the Grenier archaeologist? He and I are going to have an interesting conversation. Aduptino.
Guys, were you praying? Guys, were you playing, or were you praying hard for me? Because I got the same crap I always get. Listen, pal. The bounty's over. Stop shooting at me. Bitch. You know, you've heard of that little movie. Have you ever heard? Anybody ever seen? I think they call it. It's called Star Wars. Maybe you've remembered. Let's see. Okay. I knew her. Where Eldrad, I knew her. She was the greatest scholar of genetics who ever lived, except now she was nothing but mist and gore. Okay, hold on. I'm reading some stuff here. I opened the chamber door just in time to see it happen. The Archimedean erupting into a flash, jade-like and blinding. I knew her. She was the greatest scholar of genetics who ever lived, except now she's nothing. Guys, I feel like from what I'm reading in the chat right now, and there's quite a few things, there may be something to Ballas not necessarily being a good guy or a bad guy. I gotta read this crewman fragment thing. I do. I gotta read that. But some of the things you guys are telling me here, like, again, it just seems like there's gotta be, because otherwise nothing makes sense. Again, like, I'll keep going back to it. If Margulis was disintegrated by the Jade Light, what the hell walked away with Ballas? Or did Ballas, like, bring Margulis back to life after the fact? Did he have I don't know, did he have maybe a part in the Nata Margulis conspiracy thing, where essentially he facilitated it too? I mean, is that a possibility? Yeah, the Queen's definitely consumed Kuva. Ballas was part of the execution. He said, "This time I will not lose you again." Okay, but but just in that saying, that's it. I can't lose you again. Well, how did she come back to life then? Are we saying that Ballas is in love with Nata's creation of Margulis? And if that's the case, why would Nata openly go with Ballas, given that Nata and Ballas don't have anything together other than the memories of that Margulis might have had? But again, in the beginning of the Apostasy thing, we specifically are shown the idea that Margulis was betrayed, not just by the Orokin, but by Ballas himself. She comes out and specifically says, "You lied to me. You're just like the rest of them." There's a reason why we got that piece of dialogue. Ooh, Ken. What if Ballas got Margulis killed on purpose to bring her back as a sentient? AKA he knew about Nata. Here's the question now. What would be the methods that Nata and Ballas could have actually come together? Like what scenario would they have been able to communicate with each other to hatch an elaborate plan? Because again, for Ballas just to believe all this stuff would happen on its own without some type of manipulation, like especially when he was trying to essentially work with a sentient, really, there would have to be some type of communication between the two to get the ball rolling, right? Yeah, they go nuts in the void. Where are you going with this, subs? Hang on. In the Harrow quest, the Red Veil went nuts, right? Remember what happens to the people in the void. Ballas created the sentient project. Wouldn't that mean he would know? I don't know, Ken. Again, possibly. But now we're getting even deeper into this because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ballas is actually on our side. Hey Tyrese, how are you? This is true. But where did it take place then? See, there's a question to ask, because I think most of us are, well, many of us are, I think, in agreement that when we went down into that particular area, there was something weird about it. Either we weren't there, or they weren't there, or somebody wasn't there. Because again, the fact that like no one even seemed to notice that we were in the room kind of says to me that, right? Am I wrong on this? That like there's a disconnect. We weren't all in the same planes of existence. What if that whole scene went on in the void? But again, it's weird because the positioning of the Lotus and the positioning of Ballas, that like their positioning wherever they would be would have to be identical to the landscape of inside the Lotus's chamber there, right? Ooh, is the void manifesting itself outside? I don't know. Maybe because of the fact that Rell was holding back the man in the wall all this time. So that's one of the things we never talk about, are the implications of the idea that Rell was essentially like imprisoning, or at least holding the man in the wall back from anybody else. And once we did that quest, we unleashed it. It's in our ship. So what influence outside of our ship does the man on the wall actually have? I do know about the neural sentries. Yes. Which is like their own form of like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get Augur Secrets either. I want it real bad. I'm going to try to see if I can't. How powerful is the old mining? Oh, it does damage. Oh, it does damage. That kill it. Okay. Haha. Oscar, not with this frame. I can't do enough damage by myself. It does do damage. Look at that. Oh. It looks like it's doing toxin damage. Yeah, if I had a team together, I'd love to, because I actually do have to kill quite a few Eidolons, but I'll never be able to kill it by myself. I don't have the damage potential going on right now. Oh, you think Rell is a void demon? I'm scrolling up now. Well, at least on Margulis' side. Original sentient got created. When it came back, was not the original, the OG sentient. Wait. Fisher missions. Void policies. So void manifesting itself outside. Yeah. I can't. I can't. I'd love to solar terrorist. I can't. I can't. I don't do the damage. But yes, Ken. I think you guys might be onto something. Could the void be forcing its way into our existence? Yeah. I'd say it. I'd say it probably could. I'd say it could, and maybe it is. Look, it's like the sentient is the like. Wait, is that one of the newer ones? I can't tell. Oh, he's got the tree arm. My amp isn't even strong enough. So wait, now, when you say that the... Okay, so... I still think Void Demon is our dad. Do you think that the Void turned our dad into a evil entity? Or do you think that our dad always... His, like, intentions was always to, I guess I should get some Eidolon Wars if I'm going to do this. Look at... My amp is not doing crap. Subs, replay that quest, and I will tell you a thing. We may have to do that over stream again at some point here very soon. Yeah. Yeah, resist the muse. I don't know. You really got me thinking now. Evil dad. It's not out of the question. I mean, again, the other thing to consider too in the evil dad thing is that the void demon just may have taken the form of our dad because of the idea that we would feel comfortable, you know, with that entity being able to speak to us, right? Especially if there was going to be some kind of bargain, because again, as I said it before, there's definitely a situation going on where the Void Demon did something for us. We owe him for something. So what's that?
Operator, I am your father.
Oh, I know that. Tyrese, that's definitely something that I've always associated with it, I should say, the fact that the Void Demon and the dad say the same thing as the Void Demon. What am I doing? Assuming the role of like our father for essentially for the purpose of just being a more palatable entity to try to like make us feel better about like or comfortable. Wait a second. You said that the I noticed that too, White. That Lua did look a little bit strange, didn't it? Oh, so I'm not even looking at the screen right now. This is what I think. Our dad turned crazy in the void, and when time passed, our dad became a demon, aka the man on the wall. It's legitimate. Well, that was my whole idea. I still to this day, I still believe that, I mean, my personal beliefs are that the children were obviously not able to handle something like that on their own, and that he saved them either in protecting them from the adults or giving them the power of the void. I'll take that. So that's true, Ken. That's a good point. Like a lot of Rell's dialogue and information needs to be at least scrutinized in some way, shape, or form because of his. Not, I mean, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but just because interpretations could be a little bit different, you know, based upon a child who wouldn't have the type of experience to be able to correctly categorize what was going on at the time. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. No, but actually, I was. We did the quest. We did the quest. I think we got a lot of insight out of the quest. And the problem with the quest was it only lasted an hour and 26 minutes. So. Palandino says when talking to Rell that he's been guarding the divide between the void and that's kind of what I keep going back to is like the Red Veil at least believe, whether or not it's true is up to your own interpretation, but the Red Veil at least believe that Rell initially asked the Red Veil to imprison him in his Warframe to hold back the entity. So if it is his interpretation of an entity, that's one thing. But at the end of the day, he and his disciples apparently felt it necessary that this thing was bad enough that he was willing to give his entire existence moving forward just to hold it, right? Hey Kiddo only shows up after Harrow fight, but the reference of Kiddo actually comes during the War with Thin quest.
The place is lethal enough already.
I think that thing was watching us. May have possessed our parents and make them into void demons. Oh, yeah. So we're the demon.
Offworlder, help push the Grineer away from Cetus. You do a good deed, I pay you for it.
Okay, Oscar, that makes sense. Interpretation of an actual interpretation of a situation that was foreign to him, that was alien to him. And basically he categorized it as a demon. I see where you're going with that. But if that's the case, then what's the thing that keeps showing up on our ship? At least mine. I don't know if you guys are getting... Like, there was a good solid month where Rell was in, or whatever, the Void Demon, whatever that thing is, was in my ship at least once or twice a week. Yeah, white too. Actually, the Orokin called them golems too. You know, I originally thought that he was referring to the Warframes and not the children, but after the fact and doing this last quest, I'm, you know, he's referring to the children, you know? Oh, Tyrese, absolutely. Our demon is waiting for something. That's why it never makes a move. It just shows up and stares at us, almost like it's sitting in the back, just kind of observing the situation, which is one of the main reasons why, for me, like, I almost feel like it's possible that the Void entity may be trying to take over our system through multiple methods and is watching its investments? Gav, probably not, buddy. I shouldn't say that. I might play Warframe on PS4. The problem is at the moment, it's not going to be for a while because I'm currently trying to rank up my PC 10.0, which I just made it to Mars, I think, or something. So I got a long way to go. A long way to go. Not to mention the fact that I do want to incorporate some other games. And I want to do a quick note, guys, because we are getting a little bit. I did the Apostasy prologue. Yes, I did. Shadow. Tony, yeah, Nidus is, he's absolutely the infested. He's the, I don't know. And don't they say, like, who was the first Warframe overall? Because it feels like Nidus should be the first Warframe overall, just personally. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess every explanation is plausible right now. The reason why is because there's a significant piece of information that has been withheld from us. I'm glad they did, mind you. I don't want to be able to just look at the story and be like, oh, I know what's coming next. But there's a piece of data that we're missing. And once that piece comes into focus, everything will come into play. But what I love most about the Apostasy and the fact that this quest is coming up is the idea that I want to see another quest that has to do with us. Like, I don't want another Gara quest. It was fine, but like a little side mission quest, I'm not so much into. Like, I want to know the main story. I'd like some more data on that. And the fact that this is pushing towards explaining potentially more of the Lotus, how she came about, her alignments, who knows? At this point, after this stream, I'm not even sure anymore. Like, maybe Ballas is a good guy. Maybe his intentions were always to destroy the Orokin because of his perceived flaws in the Orokin hierarchy and like in how they viewed life. Maybe two perspectives just kind of went different ways. And given that he's obviously a super powerful guy, that he wanted to figure out a way to challenge him. So, the fact that he had something to do with the sentience being created, he had something to do with the Warframes being created. He may have had something to do with Ballas, not Ballas, but Margulis, potentially like getting out or being recreated or resurrected or something. And then Nata. There's a lot of things that play into the fact that all of these entities that Ballas had an influence on at some point are fighting against. They're all basically on the same side, if you will. Like, even though we're not on the side of the tenant or the sentience, I would say, at the moment, at least in the game, I would still consider like the Orokin hierarchy to be like the main, like, I don't know, bad group. Yeah, Tony, I like that statement. Ballas seems to have had his own motives and dipped his hands in all sides of the war. So it's like, whose side is he on? Is he double agent? Is he a triple agent? Right? Like, where is this all headed to? Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, Ken, exactly. Ballas is literally Warframe's Emperor Palpatine. You just don't know where he's headed right now. which is cool too, because it would be nice to have like a god type enemy, boss enemy to fight. I like the boss fights in Warframe, but I don't feel they're nearly as epic as they could be in a lot of situations. So having a creature that acts more like Hunhow, but for us to actually encounter, would be very cool. So I don't know if wait, did we get it? No, we didn't, right? We didn't get it. No, we didn't get it. Okay. I don't think that Ballas is Space Dad because he doesn't seem to care for us much, especially when he calls us golems and evil things, and So at the end of the day, I don't know. The quest just has so many places it can go, and I think that was the main reason why I did the video this week, guys. Is I wanted to spark up a little bit of conversation. That Apostasy trailer, let's be real about it. They gave us so little. It was such a tease. You know what I'm saying? It was such a tease in every facet of the word. So I think they did it specifically for that reason, that they wanted to put such a vague concept out there that, it would spark conversation amongst the community. And I think they succeeded, wholeheartedly. Did they not? We've been talking about it the whole time. And, I feel like we're headed towards some fun stuff. We are headed towards some really interesting things. Warframe's already given us so much in the story to begin with, but to go even deeper into this aspect of it, just makes me feel all those good tingles and jangles. Subs, okay, so you're watching this. Let me ask you one question though about that, because I was thinking about this earlier with the Harrow quest. How does Palladino know who Nata is? Like, where have the two of those? But subs, keep in mind, the Lotus is not Margulis. Like, if you buy in any bit buy into the theory that Margulis and Nata could be the Lotus combined, then it would be true that no, you are not Margulis. You are something different, And like I said, furthermore, like how did Palladino know about any of this crap? She is a gypsy. Whitey, I remember we were arguing about the tenor energy beings, and I feel like they are energy beings because look what they do. They just like morph in between things. They never have to eat. Rob from AGGP has mentioned many times that there's no bathroom facilities on our orbiter. So it's not like we have to excrete waste. Also sees this again. This might be complete tinfoil hat theory. That's what we're doing here, Ken. Tinfoil hat theories. But the Death Arcana in the tarot cards can stand for change, not replace death with change. Hey, oh, that's interesting. See, I have no knowledge of tarot cards, so I may have to look into that a little bit. That is pretty cool. Well, I could see, I understand. I could see that how she knows about the Tenno being kids because they worshipped her. I guess what I'm saying is I can also see Rell being able to speak elaborately about Margulis. What I don't understand is how Palladino would understand what the Lotus was, because Rell never had any type of exposure to the Lotus, right?
Job board's filling up, off-worlder. Help Kanzu clear the slate,
So we are non-pooping and God people. Yes. That could be, oh, that's a good one. See, so I like that. Upon dying, they're forced back into the void and reformed. Well, again, and wouldn't that lay credence to the idea that they're energy beings? I mean, just like Vor with the Janus key. He keeps coming back. He even says he's a being of energy now, you know? Let's see again. That's another thing with the sub. So, yeah, I've seen that. So, not Rell. Margulis cast him out for he was different. I feel like, again, there's going to be maybe some little things that we see as an additional perspective to the story, because guys, it doesn't make any sense. You have a bunch of void demon kids that can kill people literally by just walking into a room, okay? And you have apparently quite a few of them. And Margulis was completely okay with taking on all of these kids who could literally wipe her out with a thought. And yet you're telling me that Rell was just too much. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's something about the Palladino thing that really doesn't jive with a lot of the rest of the story. Right, but even then, again, even if the Red Veil were researching the Lotus, how? Nobody knew where she was located. As far as I can tell, we're the only people that even know she exists, other than like Alad V and stuff that come into play through us, through our interactions, right? It says something like you face the Jade Light. I know that the kids were militarized and Margulis was against that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. You have all these children that have already laid waste to so many people just by walking into a room with them and not being able to understand their powers whatsoever, you know? And the one thing that Rell could have used was the ability to calm the voices in his head, which is exactly what the transference pods do. And yet, for some strange reason, Margulis was like, all you guys that can kick the shit out of all of us right away, you're coming with me. But Rell, you're autistic, so you can't come. You can't come. Like, that goes against the character of the Lotus and of Margulis completely, because again, we're talking about love of a child and of innocent children. So much love that she was willing to give her life for them after already being physically like screwed up from them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that part of the story, like right there, it does not match up. Palladino's words do not match up at all with what the Lotus is supposed to have been.
Job board's filling up, off-worlder. Help Kanzu clear the slate,
White, that was my thought from the beginning. I almost wonder if at some point down the road they may even say something to the effect of that Palladino just didn't have this bit of information. This is what she assumed happened. But in reality, I don't think Margulis ever had any type of interaction with Rell, because again, Why does the Lotus have every one of Margulis' memories except for the fact that she cast out Rell? Do you see what I'm saying? And Oscar, you can't really say she's not the all-loving mother because she's like the 95% loving mother, or the 98, or the 99 point, 999999999, depending on how many Tenno that you believe there are to be in the world. There's just one Tenno in all the Tenno who was just too much to handle. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just there's certain aspects of the story that if you interpret them as I would even interpret them, like a lot, like on face value, if you will, the story does not make sense. It does not match up. Characters are pulled in and out of the type of character that they were meant to be in the first place, or at least have been told to us. So one of two things is true. Either they've been told that the characters have been portrayed to us in a way that is specifically deceiving so that there will be a reveal later, or the character is exactly who we always thought they were, and this information is being put out there to kind of sidetrack us as to figuring out what's going to come next. Yes, I have. In fact, if you anybody that's on Xbox, I had a capture here just recently. A thing happened in my orbiter I've never seen happen in my entire life of Warframe, which is 6 months or whatever. I was standing outside of the room. I was standing all the way, like the area that your ramp kind of comes down to get to the top part of the Lisette. And as I was sitting in that spot with nobody in the room, Helminth talked to me twice. Twice. Furthermore, when I walked back to the room and I looked at the door was open, and I was like on the other side of, like closer to the Tenno quarters. So 6-9, where did you see that Rell was violent on the ship? Because in I checked this out last night. There's a mini comic with Rell showing basically what happened and the moment that he was cast out amongst the other Tenno. Essentially what happened was the Void accident happened, all the stuff happened, and Rell's mom, Kay, was coming to get him and literally was saying to him, like in the beginning, like, oh, it's okay, it's mommy, but then actually saying after the fact, it's actually not mommy, and he realized that and gets away from her. And then when he tries to group up with a bunch of the other Tenno, just as he's going to do that, the one Tenno says, no, this kid's too weird. He's just going to be trouble. We want to leave him alone. That's what I always I assumed. Again, the fact that Rell was cast out by the Orokin before he ever got the opportunity to even meet with Margulis and engage in the transference. That's what I was always under the impression of. Okay. I should go back to my ship now. Let's just see if he's like always there. He's always there. He's there a lot, at least. It'd be funny if we could actually get him to show up on stream. Yeah, I want to see some freaky shit. What if he also saw through Margulis, who wasn't just Margulis anymore? Again, these are all possibilities, but I'm going to tell you that the entity that cared for all the other Tenno, I feel it's just really odd that one with special needs, no less, that Margulis would be like, you're an ass, you're weird, we won't have you, except for this kid over here just destroyed my face. Oh yeah, I mean, there's absolutely a multiverse theory. I mean, I think that actually exists in the game. That there's definitely like, the void could be a parallel dimension. No, actually, look at that. Look at that comic. His mom comes after him. His mom actually hunts Rell. If you go to the Chains of Harrow quest, there's a link in the information in the wiki that will show you. It's a little. It's just it's not a very long comic. It's you know, I would say it's probably a 10-page comic at the very most. Really, the man in the wall shows up more after doing void missions. Really? What if Rell destroyed her face? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But again, would she know it was Rell then? Like, how does she know just about one specific one? I don't think he's here, guys. Here, I'll show you an interesting thing. You want to see like the hottest mix album coming out this year? This one's it's on fire. This is a cover for it. Let me show you. Where's my captures? It's the hottest mixtape out there right now. Is this it, or is it the next one? Oh, I can see him.
Hey, kiddo.
Oh, crap. I was trying to get rid of the thing there. Let's do it again. Let's try. I wish we could get rid of the. Yeah, get that off the screen, please. Please, off the screen. Off the screen. Stop. There we go.
Hey, kiddo. Hey, kiddo.
I don't know if this is. I thought this was the right one, but I got a picture I got to show you guys. It's pretty crazy. Man, maybe I flipped over to the wrong frame. Well, here's that other thing I wanted to show you. Check this out. Tell me what you think. My other buddy's in my personal quarters right now. Yes, you can, subs. Did you see that? Have you ever seen the voice come that far out of the room before? Crap, I don't know where that picture was. It's basically a picture of Octavia and Rell together. It looked hard as hell. I might have to throw it in like a video or something. Mine is hard to find. What if Rell didn't actually die, but in the man of the wall killed him because he told us it's... Oh. Wasn't that weird? Wasn't that weird? Like, I've never witnessed that happen in this game. That's the first time I've ever seen that happening. What? There's a room behind Helminth's room? No. My voice is returned. I know, dude. That same day. You see, I recorded both of those. I literally got that creepy thing, and I got Rell to show up in the same day. You mean like through the window? I can't do it, though. I've tried. I can't do it. For some reason. Like, I don't know if they patched it or whatever, but where's Nidus? So you're telling me there's something else in here? It's been talking a lot more, guys. Yeah, I have actually. Here, let's do it. You ready? Not yet, subs. I might not be able to check it here just because of how I'm hooked up to a million things. You ready? Aren't you going to speak? Okay, is anybody else seeing this? Why is the door not closing any longer? Is this new? Is this happening for anybody else? Like, that door should be shut. Should it not be shut? I don't know. Is it a bug? It's been happening more and more frequently is what I'm saying. Like, the same thing just happened. When I showed you that recording, the exact same thing happened. When I went back downstairs after Helminth talked to me, I walked this way, over here, down here, looked to the left, and that's what would happen. And that's what I saw. Yeah, subs, I agree with you on that one. The Void does consider... Yeah, adults just... I don't think they can handle the idea of the Void, if you will. Children are more malleable. They're more accepting to ideas, which is, I think, is the main reason why the Void Demon decided to speak to the children versus trying to have any type of connection with the adults. The adults just wouldn't have the mind to understand it. Look, that door ain't shutting. Let's see. If I go up in here? The question is, though, is there a reason why? Because it's never done that in the past. And this is 2 times now. 2 times. 2 times in the past couple days that the door stayed open. That's what I'm saying. Like, prior to this, I could bring my Nidus out. I could walk down to the room. Hey, guys. Guys. I'm in here with Rhino now. Ken, I think that's a really good way to look at it. Yes. I don't want to get all spiritual into this, but what if the Void doesn't corrupt children because children are pure and adults are filled with sin? Absolutely. It's a bug. You think that's what it is? That's been happening a lot more. Okay. Hi, Helminth. Again. Master. Yeah, go outside the room and look at the open door. Wait, what do you mean, go outside the room and look at the open door? You mean with my frame? Get the fuck out. Really? Are you serious? What, do you want me to go in with my frame, or what do you want me to do? Oh my god, would that be so cool if we found something like that. Anybody seen any movement? Yeah, I mean, White, on your point here, it could be that they just wanted to screw with us because of physiological differences between adults and children, whatever Void did to warped adults, but imbued children with powers. Yeah, I feel like a lot of it is just the fact that, consider this. Most of us are adults here. I may not act like one, but I'm one too. And if some creepy demon showed up to your room this evening, you probably wouldn't be looking. Oh, you mean like there's a thing walking around in there or something? White, from the War Within dialogue, it seemed that like it just wanted to experience our dimension through someone. What's funny, because now it's experiencing our dimension through everyone. Yeah, can somebody look at that link? I can't get it from here right at the moment. Is anybody seeing anything? Maybe if we be very, very quiet, we could hunt some void demon. I mean, it knows I'm looking for it now, so it's probably not going to show itself. It's okay if you're tripping balls. That's fine. That's what conspiracy theories are all about. Really? Warframe lore is based on Monsters, Inc.? They can make choice. The stream turned. I know. I love it. Well, I mean, this is what we do. You know? This is typically how our streams go. Guys, do me a favor. Look at the reflection in the ground and tell me if there's anything that you see in there from the door. You see what I'm talking about? Is that just... Wouldn't it be creepy if... See how the thing in the reflection of the door actually resembles, like, it looks like, if you look at it, think of it from upside down, it would actually be like a head with arms. What if, in true Lovecraftian horror, we just didn't have the insight to see? I know I'm aroused by this. I'm just going to say it. Well, Lateral, the demon's always in my freaking ship. He likes to hang out here. I don't know. I think it's because I went the whole positive route. Oh, dude, now I got to see this fucking picture. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. What are we doing? What are we doing? What is this picture? How can I see it? Bloodborne hype. You're probably right, but wouldn't it be an interesting thing? I know it is. I know it is. But I guess what I'm saying is and you're going to probably have to throw that, that tinfoil hat that we've been playing with this whole time. Put it on and maybe pull it over your eyes just for a second. And think that if you've ever played Bloodborne, you know that with enough insight, the game completely changes in the ability to see things that were always there, but that you couldn't see. How cool would it be if there was an entity staring at us the whole time? I mean, there's something in there. Just because we can't see it, there's something here. You've seen something just now? Look at that mortis lungfish. I want that one for my thing. Okay. What? Oh, what? Okay, how do I see this thing? I gotta do this. I gotta do it. You guys just gonna have to give me a break. I gotta see this image. I mean, isn't that from the quest? No. Tell me that Rell, they haven't decided to actually send Rell on the missions. Maybe this is the Void Demon fish. Like I said, it's incredible that the Void Demon looks a lot like a Mortis lungfish. I'm going to have to. Guys, it's... Okay, so maybe next weekend, what do you think? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've been fighting something here. I'm getting a little sick, but hopefully not. So listen, do we want to next week do War Within and Chains of Harrow? Or do we want to do War Within and a survival afterwards? Actually, I think this room is quite cozy, personally. Does that make me weird? Like, I look at this area and I'm like, I could, like, totally live in here. The chair is a little odd. I'll say that. Like, I'm not a big fan of the chair. But, I mean, look, you got some nice plants. You know, probably good oxygen intake in here. You got your little pod to sleep in. You're all set up there, right? It's protected, so if there's any kind of weird-ass creatures and stuff, you can just throw that glass over and you're ready to roll. I think it's nice in here. Look at this. Like, can you imagine in your own house, like having a floor that was like an aquarium? What is that? Chains of Harrow. Chains of Harry. Please replay Harrow now. I wish I could, but our stream's 4 hours in, guys, and I got to give these old hands a break, or I'm going to end up in some real problems later. I'm an old guy. But here's what we're going to do. Next week. You guys want to do the Chains of Harrow quest, don't you? Okay. Next week, we're going to do Chains of Harrow quest. And why don't next weekend we do both quests? We'll do War Within and Chains of Harrow right after. What do you think about that? Oh, that. Okay, well, yeah. Wait. Now that you've mentioned the chair might be that, and now I'm more interested in the chair back there. So what do we think?
A new alert has
Next
begun.
weekend,
It will
next
be
Saturday noon, we will do Chains of Harrow, or we'll do War Within and Chains of Harrow together. How's that? I know. Well, I'm not done working yet, buddy. This is just the stream aspect. I got videos to work on too. Yes. Yes. Yep. That image that I saw, like the one I didn't get to, it didn't come through correctly, but the other one I saw, wasn't that part of the Harrow quest whenever Rell comes out after you pick up the Donda? No? Alright. What with the other figure? Did I miss something? Sorry, guys. I gotta look at that picture again. Everybody said there's 2 figures? Are you talking about the mist on the right? Or the little yellow thing? There's obviously some shit going on there. We're going to have to replay this quest. That's all there is to it. We're going to have to replay the quest, and so we can just literally do this the right way. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. We got to dig deeper. So, okay, so we got our next Saturday stream taken care of. We're going to do both quests. If we have any other time, we'll dig into something else, how we always do, right? Tomorrow, we got to talk. The stream was supposed to be in regards to Bloodborne, and I want to play Bloodborne so bad, but I will tell you a thing. I've been having some issues with my PS4. I brought it out here recently, and for some reason, 2 times it shut off while I was playing, while I was just playing, just trying to get back into the game a little bit. So I'm really scared to play it over stream tomorrow, just in case something would happen. So I'm going to give you guys a choice, and it's up to you what you want to watch, and I will play. I have Dark Souls 3 that I feel falls right into place in what we're doing. Or if you guys want to see Monster Hunter World, I can play that for you and show you that game. So what we're talking about right now is my stream tomorrow at noon. Yes, last week we had decided that we wanted to... Hold on, my dogs are going crazy again. Okay. We're back. Sorry. Yeah, I think the dogs were chasing the Void Demon around the house, and I had to see what was going on. So, hey, Kevin, how are you? Give those dogs some Kuva, damn it! Siege, talk to us. I need an adult. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Come here, hear me. Sorry, I had to go regulate. None of them could resist the muse, if you will. Hey, Kev, nice. One of them's cute. I think all of them are cute, personally. But at any rate, okay, so guys, you have decided. Tomorrow we will dig into some Dark Souls 3. So we will play that, have some fun. You guys can watch me. Well, you can see what type of skill I have there. It's less than anywhere else. We can hear you, kiddo. But yeah, that'll be fun tomorrow because I haven't played some Dark Souls in a while, and it's time to get back into that world. So, all right, we're good to go then. Tomorrow. Oh yeah, Oscar. Nobody needs to know these things. Maybe you could just delete that comment. I'll leave you with that. Perry King Siege. I'm gonna actually be stopping the corrupted siege level 69. All right, everybody. Well, seriously, thank you so much. Stream was awesome again. You guys make this so much fun every weekend. Tomorrow, Dark Souls. Saturday, double questing with lore. All that'll be the stream, and then we'll get into other stuff too, right? That's how it works. But I've really had fun today, guys. I really appreciate everybody sticking with me through this whole stream. It was a blast, and now I get to take all of your comments and dig deeper in and see what I can put together as far as maybe a future lore video. Corrupted Siege 4. I have the Janus key. My brothers and sisters. That sounds more like they heck, huh? All right, everybody. Well, on that note, I am going to be out of here. I want you all to have a wonderful Saturday. Maybe do some fun tonight or today, depending on where you're at. Try to show up to stream tomorrow. I think we're going to have fun. You guys can sit there and make fun of me. What are you doing, cat? Don't do that. I see Joe. And, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Tomorrow's going to be fun. So, as I said before, thank you so much for all your support today on stream. It was great discussion today, everybody. It was just totally fun. So, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Everybody have a good night or day, depending on where you're at. Take care, everybody. Bye.